Like palm twist.
palm twist, and then the loopy curls, like the just
Palm
the
twist.
yeah.
Oh, like finger.
The
twist.
finger.
Oh, finger twist.
Finger.
Well,
Finger
not
and
twist,
palm.
But I'm like wrapping it around.
Yeah, wrap around and palm. Wrap around and palm. And I use beeswax. Beeswax and water.
Look, Dante, you didn't even tell me. You got my mic all in my lap. Pause.
I just started recording.
Okay.
Yeah, she did that thing.
No, it looks really good. I
It
like
took me 13 fucking hours.
13 hours? Okay, it's not supposed to take you 13 hours.
No,
It's
okay,
not.
but the first time I did it, I fucked up the parting because it's been a minute since he got it like fixed up and like done.
Mhm.
So I was really lazy with it. So I just did whatever parting, and then that's how I did it the first time.
Okay.
So the second time I had to fix my mistakes. And give me the cat.
Well, it looks good. I like it.
Thank you. Give me the
This
cat.
is so unprofessional, man.
Give me the cat.
I'm putting her ass in the room.
Give me the cat. Is it here?
Yes.
Okay. Can I just have the cat?
Are we gonna?
Can I have the cat for the intro?
Put it down. Put it down.
No, Solange, she's going in the room. Sorry, Solange.
Oh my goodness.
She loves your computer.
I don't know. She loves fucking with me. I'm telling you, she loves fucking with me.
No, I don't know. Yeah, she loves Dante. But
Yeah?
she loves Dante.
I don't know why.
And Dante's not a cat person too. That's the funny part.
I'm really not.
No, I think
She's gonna convert you.
I think she
She
just
will.
yearns for a strong black male figure in her life,
I'm screaming.
which she has already. So I don't know
I was
why.
about to say, so what are you? What are
I don't know
you?
why she's going to Dante. Like she has that.
That was good, Karan.
Relax,
That was good,
don't,
Karan.
don't be up all on my
That
kitty.
was a good one. I don't
So-
Yo,
if necessary.
I don't be up on your kitty, man.
Pause.
Kitty be all up on him.
Talk about it.
Exactly.
No, we're progressive here. Dante be on my
Watch
kitty.
out.
We forgot to congratulate her actually.
Yeah.
The fucking
That
the
was
musical,
amazing.
the Beauty and the Beast musical. Shout
I don't
round of
watch
applause.
those shits. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
I was just gonna bring that up too, because she was just like next level gorgeous.
Yo, she looked mad
She
good.
was truly
She
a
killed that role
princess.
too. Yeah. Shout out to.
That was like the live action Broadway musical.
Yeah, basically.
It was on ABC, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, they always
It was
have a
heavily
musical.
promoted.
I
It was
love
just like
that.
interesting because she spent so long like under like trying to just be hidden,
Mhm.
and I
in
think
the
she
production
came
world,
out, and now
yeah.
you're like, oh my god, she's breathtaking.
Yeah,
she's
for
actually
real.
so next
She
level.
didn't have her sunglasses on.
No,
Honestly, hold
no,
up.
she
What's
did
that
not.
box for?
Honestly, bro,
It's my soapbox. If you have important things to say, you use a soapbox.
her rollout is crazy because she went through like 5 years of just having the sunglasses on.
Yeah.
No one knew what like her face. Well, I mean, you saw her face, but like her eyes was
Yeah.
hidden.
Yeah.
And now you see her eyes everywhere. You can't go nowhere without seeing her eyes
Yeah.
anymore, bro. Like her rollout is so awesome to me.
Initially, like, did she because wasn't she like a child like kind of star?
Yeah.
I
She
don't know that.
where was she from? Yeah, she was
she
on.
acting. She was acting.
No, she was on like I want to see if she was on like one of those ABC or
talent-
Fox shows.
like a talent show.
Yeah,
back in
and
the
she was a
day?
young girl singing on live TV.
Yeah, I remember seeing clips of her when she was like maybe 12 or 13, like doing
What's
something.
her actual name?
Her actual name?
Gabby Wilson.
Gabby Wilson. Yes, she was on the Today Show. At the age of 10, she sang "No One" on the Today Show.
Wait,
Yeah, she
not,
was-
not no one by Alicia Keys.
Yeah, "No One" by Alicia Keys. She
Damn, how old is she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one is there.
She's a young child. She's like 25. She's
Yeah,
very
average.
bro.
Bro, I was like,
also probably her same age.
I was like 16 when no one came out.
When this came out? This in 2007.
Oh, okay.
2007
How
she
old were
did this, bro.
No
I mean,
one
maybe
came
like
out when you were 16.
11, 12.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
okay.
she was
Wow, she
Okay,
was
okay.
10 years
Little
old,
Mads.
man.
Damn.
And now look at her, and she was playing the piano too.
That's dope.
Shout out to her, man.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Gabby.
her. But welcome to episode 173 because we did not post 173 of the Soapbox. Here was your boy Sunny Tay. We got Karan in the building, back on the couch.
Hi guys.
On a little
I actually
couch
re-wore the outfit I wore last week since I didn't get my fit off.
Oh, he really did.
With
Wow.
the same cap, too?
No, different cap.
With the
but-
same Summit sweater.
Well, just a sweater, not the whole fit. Just a sweater.
Wow. In the building with the same outfit.
Not really. Big cap.
Big cat. We got Solange in the building,
Different
aka
outfit.
Poppy.
Solange.
With
She's nice today.
Not
She's
nice,
nice today.
with the fucking cardigan. If I were to take off the cardigan, I'd just be me. That's crazy. I feel like I'm an old woman.
Is there something new about you? Why are you so like nice today? And then
Wow.
We went to
week-
brunch.
Oh, she had a little brunch date.
We went to brunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was mean. We didn't post the episode last week because Solange was being mean. I think.
That's
I don't
crazy.
Know.
I was going through some shit.
Oh.
That's Karan's way of saying I was mean. He was like, you're PMSing, so you're having a female attitude.
She said
But
she was.
I was going through
Disagreed.
some shit, and I have an attitude when I go through some shit. But I told everyone that I was going through it, and I was having a moment.
Yo,
And-
when Solange came out the car, like she looked at me crazy.
She definitely did. But she's
Not
doing
even
better.
purposely. I was like, I have a mood. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I hate everyone. I was like, just to let you know.
You definitely
I'm in the mood.
exasperated it.
No, she ain't talked to me for like the first 5 minutes last week. Like I'm like, hi Solange, and she's like, I'm tired, and just like walked away.
I'm sorry, Karan. I thought I explained that. I was like, I'm not in the mood today.
No, it's okay. I'm just playing with you. I'm happy you're feeling better.
Okay. I'm
But
glad,
she's
yeah.
back and she's better.
She's better than
And
ever.
we got Fakra back in here.
Hey.
You know what
Back
I'm saying?
here. It's been
Back
2
in the
years. I think.
It has been 2 years.
I think
Dang.
maybe long. No, maybe 2 years during COVID.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It might have been just before. It was a little, maybe like 2.5 years ago. We were just saying this earlier
Mhm.
when we were recording in Henry's basement.
Yeah.
Shouts to Henry because his parents used to let us record there when Henry wasn't even there.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
That ass.
Shouts to Fakra because
Shout out to Fakra. She's one of the OGs.
yeah,
Definitely.
long time homie. And we have Sunny Tay.
Sunny
the building.
Day.
Hello. How are
The
you
muscle
guys?
t-shirt.
The
And
muscle
cargo.
t-shirt.
Muscle
No gray
t-shirt.
sweats.
No gray
No
sweats.
gray sweats.
That needs to be a hoodie. No gray sweats.
No gray sweats.
Mm.
Are you guys selling merch?
We'll get there.
Ooh.
Yeah. No.
That's
gray
another
sweats.
good conversation. There.
Yeah, no gray
But-
sweats. Dante's gonna be leading all of it: manufacturing,
Basically.
production,
No,
artwork,
that's
design.
that's actually fucked up because I was supposed to be in charge of that.
You were
and it's
supposed to be
probably
in charge
my
of
fault
it.
why
What
it
happened?
hasn't came
But
out.
what happened?
I've been telling you that we should do something. I've been
need
telling
merch.
you, and you reached out to me a while ago to
Yeah.
want to do something. but
Nobody ever hits me up.
Don't lie. You said let's do something, and I said yeah, let's do something.
And what
Let me know what
happened?
you want to work on.
And what
I'm
happened?
open. I'll do some patterns. I'll do some graphic work, and you never got back to me.
Fuck, that was like fucking 5 years ago.
No, it was like recent too.
oh,
Last time I saw you.
Do the womp womp.
So I got you guys on the merch. I'll design it.
Fakra should design it. Are you gonna charge us?
No, I'll do it for free.
I mean, of course we would give you. We would break you off a little something.
Moment on the mic. Caronimal Jefferson does not pay small artists.
No, we'll
So-
pull it from the
You know
Soapbox. We'll pull it
you
from
know
the
what's funny
Soapbox
about
bank
this?
account, which is Dante's
know
bank
what's
account. Because Dante,
You
had
know what's
people on
funny about
payroll.
this?
Just add Fakra to the payroll. Like
You
the
know
other
what's
people.
funny about this? Hold up. I got to pause again one more time. Everything is fine.
Is
Everything's
Dante
fine.
going off the record right
It's
now?
just nah. So you know what's funny about all this is, so transparency here. So we had a conversation about getting merch and stuff like that,
Yeah.
right? So I asked Karan because I don't know nothing to do with that shit, right? I was like, yo, Karan, do you know how to go this process? He said, nah, I got it. I said, all right. He said, I might know a few people that can help us with this process. I know a few designers, all this other stuff. So it's funny how you're saying that you just had a conversation with him about designing shit and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And
When
We've been
I
looking
never
for
he was
came
like
people.
out and about, like living his life. That's when we really were like talking about it. Like when he was like doing his pop-ups and like when I still lived in the city. Like I feel like we were very often talking about like collabing because like how like he's a creative soul in like many directions and multitudes.
many directions, yes.
So it was like it's interesting because like I have like the capability of like producing in that outlet. So I'm like, okay, let's do something.
Right.
And it just like I think I was kind of waiting for more direction from his end because I'm like I want to see what comes out of his mind, right? And like what kind of things we can do together.
You know what I noticed about Karan? Karan never really initiates stuff. He likes to see if people will take the initiative first, and then Karan will give you 110%.
Yeah.
But he wants to see if someone is as committed as he is before he puts his foot out there. I've noticed that. Am I
But
right,
it really
Karan?
sucks because we be committed. We just waiting.
Am I right, Karan, in that dissection of you?
I think
suck at home.
you're kind of you're kind of right. I'm trying to. This is a lot. Y'all throwing a lot on me right now. So I'm trying to process.
Respectfully, we love
I'm trying
you.
to
We love
process
you.
what everybody was
love.
saying. Fakra's point, yes, because now that you're explaining it more, I do kind of remember the conversations we were having.
Kind
Oh
of.
man, that's when I was really outside though.
Please.
I know
I
you
was
was. I
out-
remember that. I remember you was outside.
Nah, I
outside.
was like
you was getting work shit.
outside.
You're on your hermit shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm just
You're
like more
recluse.
reserved.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It's okay. It's your grandpa era. We talked about this earlier.
Not even like
Grandpa
that era.
era.
It's grandpa era.
Wow.
How do you feel about being an old man?
What is a grandpa era?
He was yelling at me earlier. He's like, "You kids, you kids." I was like, we're the same age. Our birthdays are 2 days apart."
Fucking screaming.
No, 'cause I just feel like mental. All right, I don't want to be led.
Oh,
back.
here we go.
You know, I'm not. No, let me not go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
Oh,
To
my
answer your question, Dante.
Yes.
As far as like, I want to see if I want to let somebody else do the initiative.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I just like things to be organic. Like, I'm not really into forcing things. Like, if things happen to happen or happen to come together, I go off of that.
Right.
I'm really, really, really not big into like forcing things, and I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing, but yeah, I don't know.
It has its ups and downs.
Yeah, it's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting, especially because I feel like you are the jump starter with a lot of things. Like, you'll just take it and go.
Mhm.
So I think it's interesting that you guys are in this combination and you guys have been partners for so long and so many things. And his mindset is like that, and your mindset is in another way.
It's funny because there's some days where me and Karan will be like flowing, like the what's the word I'm looking for?
Chemistry.
Chemistry will just be
Yeah.
flowing, and we just know what to do off each other. Then other times it's like I think we both waiting on each other to like take the initiative or do something. So it's always
course.
like a little head buster.
Yeah, as
but
far as the creative, like,
Yeah.
well, not even the creative as far as like recording process, because I think that's the easy part when like we record and we
Yeah.
have guests and people. That's when things go good. But like even like we had a meeting a few days ago, 2 days ago, when we were just talking about like getting more ideas out, like
Right.
as far as like the creative aspect of like posting or editing or doing stuff like that.
right.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because like it can be hard to get people to do like initiate something or like actually like stand on something and like be committed to it, because it's really hard to actually like commit to something like long term, you know. But yeah, but we had that talk, and you know,
No, it's a great
you know,
talk.
we're
It's a
starting to
great
have
talk.
monthly meetings. That's the new thing, Fakra.
Yeah, I
We
actually
said
love that.
now we're gonna do monthly meetings,
Yes,
and we're
monthly
just gonna
meetings.
go over everything that we have
Yes.
planned, and we're gonna do
Shout
an
out to
overview.
Solange, so she's the one that came up with the idea.
Shout out to Solange.
I ain't want to talk to you. I'm not
Shout
gonna
outs
lie
to
you.
Rachel for taking the notes and
Yo, fast
also
shout outs to Rachel.
Shout out to
being
Rachel.
there. Yeah.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
way we don't forget what the fuck we were talking about. and
Gotta
it's not
hold
wasted
everybody
for nothing.
accountable. So,
Dante, you a businessman. I ain't gonna hold you, Dante. Like I don't think you give yourself enough credit. How like Dante's able. You're pretty good at like connecting people. I feel like you're like a really, really good middleman.
I think she's better than me.
I connected. Well, y'all are both pretty good at that.
She's way better at it than me. Like,
I'm used to it though. You only do it when you're in the mood for it. I could switch into it even if I'm not in the mood.
yeah, this most times I don't want to talk to nobody.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to connect. I don't want to be a middleman. I'm not doing none
And
of
like
that
the
shit.
shittiest part about me from my profession, like I don't even have to do nothing besides sit there and people will come up and talk to me and I'll just be invested and I'm like, okay, we here.
This is
And that happens often.
this is actually pretty. I feel like this kind of this conversation goes into like the creative aspect and the business aspect. Like, do you guys feel like as the creative, it can get hard to focus on the business side of the what comes with the creative side? If you know what I mean?
I need to get paid.
Because like, for example, like Solange is a dancer, and like I'm sure at times you want to just focus, let's say, on a routine, but like you have to do a lot of networking. I'm noticing like in your business, like you always have to be out there.
Do
you
a
have
lot
to
on
be,
social media.
Like you don't even have to be a best dancer. You just have to network in order to
and
make
network
sure
and
like
put
you're-
yourself out there. It's a lot
Yeah.
like the business aspect.
And then, like the looks, sometimes the people get hired for the sake of like a certain look or like a brand compared to like talent wise, because they're
yeah.
looking for a specific something instead of like just
the straight
what you're
talent.
offering. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know like Fakra comes from like the design and fashion aspect, and I mean like I'm kind of similar in that aspect, as in like there's definitely like with fashion, like it's very business forward and business like thinking as far as like any company, but like, and Dante with even like the podcasting, is it hard to find that just balance with like the creative aspect and the business aspect?
For me, yeah. Definitely now I'm realizing that.
Yeah.
Yes, because I'm on a point where I just want to do the creative stuff. Like, I wish I trusted someone else to do this other shit.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
going to lie to
The
you.
business stuff.
I wish I trusted someone else because I just want to focus on this. Like, I know myself, if I focus on this 100%, like, it's up, in my opinion.
But it's not even like a trusting kind of thing. It's more.
For me, it is.
It's more. I feel like it's more even the resource that we like.
Resource.
Because like I feel like we're doing the work to, you know, find out the knowledge that we need to find out, but like we honestly don't have the resources to just like call somebody to get a sponsors or like you know, the business part of what goes with this, what comes
But
with
I think
this.
that's also like I get what Dante's saying in the middle too, because it's like even if you trust the resources, we don't want to get screwed over and then like get fired out of nowhere or like get like cut off
Or
in the
have
middle
them,
of something.
or
It's
have them
like,
bring the art in the wrong direction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get you, Dante. I'm the same exact way. I'm
Exactly.
a psycho. I'm like,
Yeah.
don't touch it. I don't. No one's gonna do it better than I'm gonna do it.
Exactly.
Because nobody cares about your brand or your art or your work as much as yourself.
Yes.
No one cares about your stuff more than you.
Yes.
So I
100%.
totally get what you mean in that regard. I struggle the same way. That's why like everyone keeps asking. They're like, when are you gonna start your own brand? Whatever, whatever. I'm like, never. Literally never.
It's hard.
It's
It's
a
man.
lot.
exhausting.
Yeah.
I like don't know how I'd be able to manage and like be sustainable in every single aspect.
Yeah.
It's doable.
It's
definitely
doable, but it's that.
and it's a discipline of like making sure that you're keeping up at it, that you keep on promoting it, that you keep on doing it, and keep on believing in that shit.
Yeah, it's
Right.
It's a lot,
exhausting.
yeah.
You guys, that's why I'm like props to you guys. That's what I was telling him earlier. I can't believe that you guys have been doing it for so long and like still
Right.
so passionate about it. It's
Right.
like that. I think it's a testament to like the way you guys feel about like the work and the culture and you know the podcast in itself. So,
Right.
yeah.
I think now, personally, for me, it's been getting to me because the passion is still there, but I'm getting tired of the other stuff, and that's
Yeah.
where I'm like, okay. That's why I was hyped to have Luffy on. Shout out to Luffy because he did bring that spark back in me
Shout
to
out to
keep
Luffy.
doing this shit. But there was definitely a point where like, I wonder if I reached my expiration date for this, because like I was getting to a point where like. It was like I was forcing myself to come here sometimes. Like I was
Yeah.
forcing myself to talk about shit.
Yeah.
Because now I'm at a point where like I was like kind of burnt out at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'm just trying to figure out, okay, there's gonna be a point where I have to relinquish control
Yeah.
a little bit, and I'm starting to do that a little bit with my shit. It's just, I don't know when I'm gonna get to that point where I'm gonna trust somebody to do like, oh, reaching out to guests, like you gotta reach out to all these people, blah blah blah,
You're
or
getting there.
like I'm getting there, but I still have this controlling aspect of me
do.
Yeah.
because I don't trust people, and it's not even like y'all either. Like we can bring a Joe Schmo out here, and I still don't know if I would trust this person.
Even if you paid them.
I
Of course, like I get it.
Yeah.
You no one's ever gonna.
because
tell
I'm
us
one of those
that,
people where like I want you to be hungry even if you're not getting paid, because I'm hungry and I'm not getting paid with this shit. So how do I? Because to me now, if I'm paying you, I feel like there's
There's an expectation.
yeah,
If you're
and if
paying
you
somebody.
don't reach that expectation, I'm paying you, I'm gonna get tight.
It falls back on you at the
Yeah.
end of the day.
Because I could have done this shit by myself.
Yeah. And I
That's
think-
what I'm stuck on.
I think a lot of it is timing too. Like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot
Timing
of
is
people think that situations will happen when they want it to happen, not knowing that like sometimes it just takes time and like you just have to keep like being consistent and like keep working at your craft.
Right.
But I feel like we're gonna get there, bro.
You guys
Like,
will get there.
Mhm.
You guys will get there. You stay passionate. I mean, as a creative, I think everyone just gets burnt out at
Yeah.
any time, regardless of what field you're in. But if you guys stay passionate and have that fire, it's not gonna. You guys are gonna get bigger and bigger. It's
I
gonna get
appreciate that.
easier. You know,
Thank you,
like you'll
thank
be
you.
able to eventually relinquish some kind of control and
Yeah.
like be able to focus on other things. I think you guys just need to be like full force, be like, yeah, this is it. This is
Yeah.
what we're doing. This is
Right.
our brand. This is what we believe in, and it's really amazing stuff. So
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. For
Thank
real,
you,
for real.
Faki.
Faki?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's your nickname?
That's
For real,
cute.
for real?
no, it's never been my nickname.
Okay. And I was like, that sounds crazy.
I thought it was a good name.
Oh my
No.
god. How you been though, Frocker? How you been, man?
Good.
These
busy.
past 2 years since we haven't seen you. Well, I haven't seen you.
I know.
I haven't seen her either.
Oh, word?
Yeah, I
Barely.
wasn't. I don't think I was working when I saw you guys last. I started working at Victoria's Secret after that. Yeah, I'm doing
Oh.
design at Victoria's Secret.
How was that?
It's okay. It's white
Okay.
people shit, honestly.
Okay. I feel that.
It's
I
white
feel
people
that.
shit.
It just pay the
Yeah.
bills and that's
It's
it,
just
really.
like I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just collect my check from corporate America
Facts.
and then eventually peace
Facts.
out.
Facts.
But that is white people shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
Fakra, you were just saying you don't feel like. I mean, a few minutes ago, you're like, I can't see myself doing my own brand or starting my own shit. Like, why not? Like, I feel like you would be that person who has that drive to
I'm
do that.
so aggressively bossy. And
You are. No, she is.
I just like I'm the oldest child of like 5 kids. We're all immigrants. Like my parents are like, you know, like I feel like you automatically become that person. But I'm also like I'm a control freak for sure, and especially like when it's like my own stuff. There's
I
just
feel
too
like
much on the
that's
line.
the perfect way to control. It sounds really crazy, but like people love people who are passionate about their shit.
I
Like
know.
I feel like someone's gonna believe in your shit and be like, yo, I'm gonna like wipe the fucking. I'm gonna wipe your ass every single time you walk by just to do this because I believe in what you're doing.
That's
so
crazy.
much.
I think I need to like sometimes I need to take a step back and kind of understand that where I'm like, oh no, there's other people who are gonna advocate for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I struggle with that because I'm like I'm my own biggest advocate, but it's like I'm sure there are other people on the planet who are also like rooting for me, you know.
Right.
And I'm over here like it's just me by myself. But I think opening up like having your own brand in that way is just so volatile. Like the industry is so saturated right now. Also, like I'm sure you guys see like everything that's happening and like small brands and like even people who aren't like going to design school now, like everyone has like an entryway into it. So I think it's just
like
like
you can make a TikTok and if it gets viral,
Exactly.
everyone's buying that crochet
Exactly.
top.
exactly.
But I feel like you want that in any market, and any type of market, no matter like what it is. You kind of, I think it's good to have in a way, have an oversaturation of it because it really separates like the people who are just in it for the trend and for the fad versus the people who actually like do the research and put in the time to actually like work on the craft. And it just brings more attention to that field and more money and more like eyes on it. I don't know.
Fast fashion and TikTok has really destroyed a lot though.
Yeah.
TikTok is like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, the girlies are
Shein.
running through the trends. Yeah, Shein.
Like Shein, all the online things that you see on Facebook that you could get like these cute ass tops for $7-6 and get these
Yes.
nice denim jeans with all these fitted
Right.
prints and shit like that for like 10-15.
Yeah.
Because it's fast and it's easily processed and easily made and like really cheap product, but
And
like
so the trends
really
are moving
fast.
through like crazy. When I go on TikTok, I'm like, oh my
and like Fashion
gosh.
Nova too.
Bro,
Every 4 months, the trends are changing and the girls are running through these things, and it's like exactly they're buying $7 jeans and like then they're
Or like the
throwing
stretchy
them-
yoga pants and shit like that, like the spandex.
Everything's moving too quickly now.
You telling me TikTok messed up the thrift store game, man?
TikTok messed up a lot of things. My
Bruh.
attention span is at zero.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't be on TikTok. I like try to.
TikTok.
Well, my girl be really trying to show me shit. You know, my girl literally makes me like do at least 15 minutes a day of TikTok like with her, and I have to sit down because and I'd be like, no,
You
no.
want to know something really sad? So, I don't have a TikTok, but Dante does. That's our bonding time sometimes.
It's
we're-
TikTok time.
Yeah, like when
Yeah.
we're waiting for the drive-thru or we're like ordering
Just
food and
go
we gotta
on
wait for
TikTok.
shit. Yeah.
We go on TikTok. We just watch some TikToks.
That's really
There's some
sweet.
interesting TikToks.
There's some weird ass.
Yeah, there's some really interesting stuff.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Do you guys believe that?
China gives us a different algorithm on TikTok. Yes, I do believe that.
Shut
Yes,
the
they
fuck
do.
up.
What was I gonna say? Fuck.
My bad, though.
Do you think that?
Why you got mad conspiracy?
So you
But that's
guys,
some true shit.
I'm trying to think how I'm wording this. Do you think there's a lot of entry level? There's a lot of people with entry level experience that are getting like the fruits of people who actually put in the work to do certain things. They're getting that limelight.
Just because they have a name, let's say, because
Yeah.
they're big online. But
So
yeah, in every single platform.
yeah. So to make an example, let's say there's
Don't
there's
get me
like a
started.
entry level
I'm
podcast
not
and
even
one of
talking
their
about this right
clips
now.
went viral for a couple, like this went million, and now all of a sudden again all these types of sponsorships, all this other
Yeah.
stuff. Where there's other podcasters that have been established for years, and eventually they got the fruits of their labor.
Yeah.
But because of TikTok, because of how social media is fast paced now, it's like these
Yeah.
entry level people in like fashion, dance, podcasting, or just getting popping out of nowhere and
Yeah.
getting all these shits. Do you think that kind of ruins people? Like I'm talking about like me losing my spark. Do you think that kind of like puts a stab on like creators?
Definitely. 100%. Because you have access to everyone and everything, and you're like, everyone on the planet is doing something.
Right.
How am I going to make my mark now? Because back then, it's like 15, 20 years ago. Like
Yeah, you
Marc
needed to have
Jacobs
some
was
shit.
That bitch, right? It's
Right.
like Marc Jacobs would go out, and it was like, he's amazing. But it's like, I'm sure there were other Marc Jacobs too, you know what I
Right.
mean, who were
Yeah.
just as amazing as him, but like nobody was able to
get that shine.
get that
Yeah.
that like opportunity to be where he is. But now it's like there's so many people,
So
and
many.
not to diminish anyone and
Yeah,
their
no.
work, but there's like a lot of mediocre people also.
Yes.
And I think there's people
Get
and
mad
all
fucking clout for no
platforms.
fucking reason, but they know how to sell and market
Exactly.
themselves so fucking well.
Really good at
Yeah.
marketing. That's
and
like
they could
all
be
it
like
is
trash
these days.
about what the fuck they're doing or talking about, but like really, really
Do you
good
think
at
it's marketing though? Like I don't like to give people like like I be seeing some shit and I be looking at shit. I'm like,
It do a big, huge part be marketing.
Because you could get viral like that.
Yo, can I share a quick
Yeah.
story? And I really hope I don't like mess up any connections because I be peeping. There's a few dudes in the field that be peeping our podcast. But for example,
I want the
like,
smoke. Sorry.
I don't want the smoke either, and I fuck with y'all. But at the thrift shop, where I get my product, there's this guy who he sells he resells too, but he actually went viral online. But this guy like pays for marketing, and because he went viral, he had like a lot of different opportunities like come to him. Like he was able to get like different sponsors, and he was able to like open up his own like flea market where he has different vendors and he has like an actual like sponsors like for his events and shit.
Right.
I'd be like, damn, like, but he really didn't have any sales. Like I would see him at the thrift shop all the time, and like he picks through shit, and like
He doesn't really buy anything.
he buys stuff, but he doesn't like, he didn't have a big following or he didn't have any sales, but because he went viral online and he was smart with the marketing, like a lot of things came from that. And I remember I used to be like, there's no way this dude was able to get this opportunity when like he don't even like get sales or like pick good enough things, in my opinion, to like.
How's that make you feel?
But like that's what I'm saying. Well, in a way, it like you can hate on it, and like sometimes I do find myself hating on it, but at other times I'm like, that's just good marketing. Like,
I was about to
and it makes me like, I learned from it. I'm like, damn, like if he was able to do that,
like,
I
you
could
know
do it.
how like there's certain people who understand the game. Like there's people who might understand basketball or football,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not gonna be the players, but they know how to market the game. So like they might be like good coaches. Like was he one of the people who
I
are
see what
like,
you're saying.
I'm not a thrifter, but I know how to make these connections with people, and I know how to set up a thrift shop. So I'm gonna set up my own flea market, and I'm gonna get these vendors to come in here and pay a small
That's a
price
good way
to
to
shop,
put it.
and like to put up their shit, so
Yeah.
they could sell their
I
things.
mean,
Like
he
he's
was
a good
I
marketer.
mean, he was a thrifter, but
and,
like he
like-
doesn't have like a big history. Like, cause me, like I've been doing this shit for all my life, so like my history and knowledge of like
Outweighs
just clothing
his.
in general,
Yes.
like it's just like far outweighs this person. And I'm just
Yes.
like, this person just happened to be very good at marketing, and happened to like his opportunity came and he was able to like
Right.
capitalize off of it.
Right.
So like in a way, I at first found myself hating on it, but then I'm like, well, why hate on it when like I could kind of learn from it? And if I think I'm like, if I'm confident in my abilities to do something, like why can't I do it better or do it bigger?
Have you ever asked him for advice since?
Not advice, but like he's definite. And I think another thing that put a dirty taste in my mouth was like he asked me for like advice for shit too. You know how like people ask you and
Yes.
like get different tips from you.
Yes.
But like you can't hate on the person for doing that.
No.
Like that's just being smart and being inquisitive and like
Yes.
want to learn about things.
Honestly, a lot of it is luck too. for
And
sure.
luck,
Yeah,
luck.
no, luck is definitely.
Luck.
I love when you brought up that sports analogy because there's a lot of people that say that a lot of good coaches in sports
We're players.
weren't players, but they just understand the game really
mind
well, so become really
understands it.
coaches. And a lot of people that play the game aren't really good coaches, so I
Yeah.
get that in that aspect. So do you think? So there could be a point where marketing could overshine
the talent.
the talent.
Gets me tight, but
yeah,
yes.
it happens all the time, even with music.
That's so trash. You're right.
They do it with music
You're
all
right,
the time.
you're
They
right.
always
What are
like the
you
trash.
talking
You're right.
about?
You're
Trash
right.
rappers get all the
You're right.
to shine and all that.
You're
stuff.
right about
It's
that.
just marketing. They're
You're
able
right
to
about
market to
that.
a wider audience. You know.
Right, right.
Well-
I was just looking at like a bunch of like TikTokers and like just like creators, rappers, and all that stuff, and it just amazed me how like now 2023 we really look at how's your marketing skills over your fucking skills in general. Like
But the thing is, though,
Yeah.
like business 101, like you don't like the top as far as for Fortune 500 companies,
Mhm.
like besides like actually getting the product, like the biggest like as far as like money about what am I trying to say? Like the biggest besides getting actual product like that companies focus on, it's like
Yes.
marketing. Like marketing is like one of the number one things in any like Fortune 500 company, because
Those
you
are
can have the
facts.
most brilliant product, but if nobody sees it, it's
Yeah.
almost like if the tree falls in the forest but no one is there to hear it, did it really fall?
Right.
So, like, and even like with anything, like you could be the best rapper, best basketball player, if nobody's ever seen you,
Seeing
Right.
you
it doesn't matter. The best way, like it's for anything. So yeah,
Yeah.
marketing is like almost number one. Like
That's
the
crazy,
product and the
man.
talent is necessary.
I don't
but
like
I
it.
do believe marketing is almost just as
Don't like
much.
it.
I think we talked about this like briefly before in our past, and I feel like Karan, you and I talk about it here and there also. It's just become a skill that's like necessary for every
No, it is.
single
It is.
creative on the
Yeah.
planet, and either you got it or you don't. And there's so many incredibly talented people in all mediums that like fail because they just
They
cannot
don't.
fucking market themselves.
Yeah.
They don't know how. They don't have the drive. They don't have the capability, or they just genuinely like.
I'm just tired and can't do social media because social
Yeah.
media really fucked up
It
the
is
game
really
with that.
fucking hard. Yeah.
No,
It
it
really
is.
It's
fucked
not
up the
easy at
game.
all.
It is.
The bitches who
Like
can
back-
market themselves, good for fucking you.
Nah, they do a great
Facts.
job. I can't.
That's why, like, anyone who's like those Instagram thoughts, like anything like about any of those people, they're not talented. They don't have any talent. I'm like, yes. Look at them right now. Look at those
Thriving.
brand sponsorships. Look at that number. You know, look at their career. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy stuff.
they market themselves
Yeah.
OD very well.
People are flying y'all out because y'all know how to
Exactly.
fucking make a good ass video.
Giving
Like,
you clothes to just post on Instagram and
Yeah.
and you get money for
and
that.
talk
shit.
about it and just review it. Like that's the thing. Like
respect
you could
that.
be a reviewer on
It's
perfumes.
definitely like we just left that age. Like, we just didn't hit that year where
Some
like
of us got it.
some of us got it,
Some of us
but
got
I think
it.
like I see it with like this. I know this one girl who I met at NYU when my sister was there, and she's like kind of getting bigger and bigger on TikTok and stuff. And like, she was born in 2001, which is like what year my brother was born in. And I think that year I realized is the year of like these kids like got it. Like every single one of them does it. This bitch records every single thing she does. Like she is so not like I'm like her cell phone is out, and I am
So
so
she's an
embarrassed just
influencer.
taking a picture of my food. I'm like, is anyone looking at me? And she's over there like, hi everyone. This bitch has getting drunk elephant sponsorships.
Wow.
Like, yeah, she's just like on it. It's just like naturally inherent to them, and like I'm still over
Yeah.
here like being embarrassed and
Yeah.
shy, and I'm
Yes.
like, get on it. Like that's what I was saying to Kron earlier. I was like, I wish I started posting on Instagram again. Like I know I have cool shit. I know I do cool shit. I know I look cool sometimes. It's like
Oh
I
yeah,
wanna
you guys
be
had
on
that
it.
Instagram account before, right?
I know. I was thinking about that too. Me and my
Yeah,
friends,
I remember
like,
that.
we kind of wanted
Oh,
to get
yes, I
on it.
remember that.
None of us could do it. We just like gave
I'm
up.
screaming.
Me and my
I
friends
feel
all
like
did it.
we are
Oh,
definitely that
man.
generation of guinea pigs because we still have the dialect,
yes,
the dial
yes.
up of the internet, and like we had to still like get off the internet when someone was on the phone type
Yeah.
shit. Like we were in the midst of like all the technology and stuff like that, so we know all of it. But like on some we're too cool for technology, we don't need that shit. Like
Yeah.
we still want to hang outside and be outside and live in the moment. Like I feel like us as a generation are still trying to grasp that as much as we possibly can
definitely.
without being sucked in social media.
Definitely.
Yeah, because I think we fuck with, but we're like, we're go like
Yeah.
that's a little bit too much for us.
Yeah, every
It
day.
feels too much.
It's way too much, and now Gen Z is all about that shit. and
yeah,
I'm-
they're so good at it.
they're
too
really good at it. They took it and ran with it more than we
Uh-huh.
did.
It's
way
it's
more
like
than
in
we
their
did.
blood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Well, they
so
were iPad. Like my
natural.
friend said it best. Like they were iPad babies. Like imagine
Yeah.
growing up with like a tablet.
True, true.
We didn't really
Right.
grow up with any technology like that. We had books and we had
Yeah,
libraries.
we just had like the big ass Apple
until it became
computers,
middle school.
Yeah.
That's when
Yeah.
Apple came out in like 2008,
something like that.
2008 or 7.
7, but around that, yeah. But I don't know. I know, like, for me personally, like a few months ago, like even when it comes to like advertising and marketing, I kind of told myself that's why I really appreciate just doing things organically, because like yes, it would be nice to like let's say blow up and have all these eyes on me, but I don't know, man. I'm starting to realize my like sane and my mental health is not worth like I don't know. Sometimes
You
it
know the
might seem
shittiest
like
part
it's all
about that?
good, but
Like as
it's not worth it.
I felt that like I hate the publicity and shit about being viral, but I've learned that like every 1,000 likes is like a paycheck. Or like depending on like how viral you are, like
It depends.
and it depends on like how big your TikTok is, because like I know some people who are like TikTok viral and they get like a cent per like 100 likes type
No,
shit.
well,
Like it depends.
You don't really get paid from TikTok views or likes. For TikTok, it's really on like
the sponsorship,
sponsorships.
yeah.
For YouTube, it's more that's
I was about to say
for
YouTube
social
too,
media. It's more like
'cause
the
YouTube started paying people.
it's more like sponsorships. Like they'll be like, and a lot of times you might not know. Like they'll have on an outfit, and you think these people are just wearing an outfit, not knowing they probably got paid just to
Yeah.
wear what they're wearing, and just to
Exactly.
use like cameras or
Yeah.
have things in the background, furniture. Like that's where a lot of the people,
Yep.
influencers, make their money.
Right.
But honestly, like you can have the fame, like the following, and not have money. and like
Excuse
that's kind of just like a facade.
That's true
you
because
know?
you can just get a lot of these cool ass shits and like a lot of things that they're like giving them like thank you so much for this gift, but like that is the money right there. Like if you sell that shit, there's your paycheck,
Yeah, I think.
or you could keep whatever they gave you.
Yeah, I think it should just come down to like to what's the goal, what's the big plan? Like, okay, get all this attention and all these eyes, but what am I gonna do with that? You know, or how is this gonna change my life, or how do I want to
And
direct
then
that?
that's where I think the influencer like skincare brands and
Yeah.
all that shit comes out.
Yeah,
But that's actually like a real life like career now. People are like, I just want to be an influencer. Like,
Yeah.
remember like our guest Kimmy, her daughter was like, yo, I want to just be a YouTuber, and she was like, what the fuck does that even mean?
but there's an
Shout out
actual
Kimmy.
like
Shout out
science.
Kimmy.
There's an actual science and algorithm to that. Like people can do it. You know, if you like do the right things. So I can't even hate on
I mean,
like
what
kids.
are even the right
thinking
things?
like that.
Because now there's like the whole thing of like YouTubers of like the kids all living in that one house doing stupid ass shit, getting paid millions of dollars.
What's
just
it
to
called?
be-
Content house or what is it called?
I can't remember.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's some
you
shit
know,
like that.
yeah, some shit. Yeah.
Hype house.
Some
Hype house.
hype house.
Yeah, and people just love watching them.
Yeah.
Like put foam in the fucking pools or like like the
We sound old.
We do sound old. That's how we said,
Yeah.
oh, no. I just looked at myself in the mirror, shaking my head like,
Like,
damn, you look like a hating ass bitch.
yeah. I'm not telling.
And we
people
know,
all
we
the
just
time,
try to
though.
understand it.
We're
like,
old as hell. Like don't tell that old as hell. We're like, what is that little TikToky thing?
yeah, nah, we
Yeah,
getting
that
old, man.
generation.
We getting
I am
old.
that
Ooh,
generation.
we getting old,
We
man.
get it
Oh, now y'all got me feeling bad.
Nah,
I'm sad now. I think I need a break.
you need a break?
No, I need a bathroom break. I'm
I
sorry.
actually
the models.
You tailored everything?
Yeah, for
They let you do that?
2 years ago.
In 2019.
Don't shop at Kate Spade, everyone.
No, you can put that. I don't give a fuck.
Why can't we shop at Case?
Because Karan was out here tailoring everything.
That was a hectic week. I wanted to.
I mean, it was for Fashion Week.
I can't believe you were tailoring everything.
We had a guest. You know what? We had I want to say Katie and
Katie Feinberg.
and what's her name? Serena. Shout outs to y'all.
Slim
Serena,
Katie?
yeah, Serena. That's the day. Fashion Week was actually.
Okay.
We actually had Katie and Serena as a guest. Like, a few
Shout out to
years
I
y'all.
saw Serena a few months ago.
Shout out to
Like
Serena.
maybe, I don't
She
remember
works
what I
at
said.
the. Let me not put out people's business. I
No, you
apologize.
can.
You know
Serena's
Serena?
such a free spirit.
From Goshen?
Yeah, no, from Warwick.
Oh, never mind that, because I know there was a Serena from Goshen who like graduated like a year or two ago. She worked
Hi
for, like,
everyone. If we've ever known
Hello.
you from the age of like 14 to 26, your
No, you
business is
don't.
gonna be on the podcast.
No, you don't.
The
If you
majority
ever
of
known us, no, you
The
don't.
majority of the people who listens is like people upstate. Like they're gonna know.
Good.
That's true.
they're good.
I'm here to blow up your shit.
Uh.
Shout out Serena.
Shout out Serena. I just saw
Fuck.
Maggie. Okay, so you missed all of that.
My
girl.
mic wasn't on.
I
Wow.
wasn't even on.
And now all of that shit was gone. Good job.
Good
That's a
job,
bummer.
Cameron.
That
That's
is a
your
bummer.
fault. You should have paid attention.
Dante, you are the technician. You're supposed to catch these things.
I was saying everybody. I'm like, where the fuck is Karan's vocals at?
He just heard you from outside the headphones.
Yeah, I heard him outside
That's
of it.
crazy.
That's horrible directing, Dante.
No, that's actually great.
Dante's literally the
conversational
one
skills.
woman man. He's a one woman man.
A
Like,
one woman man.
Dante is a one woman man.
I'm one of the girlies. I'm one of the girlies.
yeah, like, can you, like, he's taking care of everything and you're over here screaming at him.
Yeah.
Everything's on camera. Everyone sees you yelling at
Being
Dante.
abusive.
Abusive, exactly.
I'm not
An
Damn.
abusive boss.
Harassment.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh, is your mic on now?
It's on.
Okay. I guess we'll talk about.
This
some
has been a wild
topics.
podcast.
It's
Damn
been
it,
a great
Fokker.
podcast.
I told you this was gonna happen.
It's been a great podcast.
When you asked me, you want to be on the podcast today?
Yeah.
Don't screw me.
I was like, he's gonna regret that.
Nah, I love it, bro. This is great. Where I want to go with this?
We got a lot of fucking topics.
I know, and I'm regretting like all of them.
I'm screaming.
I was very impressed with the notes, by the way. I will say
Shout
that.
out Rachel.
Shout out Rachel.
We actually have some really good topics for y'all. We're most likely not going to talk about any of them.
Yeah, I thought we worked for like a real company when I saw the notes. I was like, damn.
We were back on our old podcast shit. We were
Shit
really
look
going to talk about some
professional.
political thing.
I'm like, I'm not gonna read none of
Oh,
this
shit,
shit,
should we
but
talk about
it
political
looked good. Oh, my bad.
Should we talk about political things?
No, I love how Fox just got.
Fokker just walked. All right, she's good. I think she's going to the bathroom. Anyway.
Damn, she has a small bladder.
Why you talking about my friend's bladder
Yeah,
like
you
that?
talking
I'm
about-
Put her
sorry, I
business out like that.
apologize.
That's
That was like the
crazy.
first
Had
time. She
3
has
bottles of
great
water.
hydration.
Yes, 3 bottles of water. Damn.
Don't be mad because she drink more water than you.
No, honestly, I need to get on her level. I need to be that hydrated.
Yeah, I'd be mad pussy with
Look, she
her.
ain't pee. She was just making sure she ain't look crazy.
Blow my nose.
Oh,
Oh,
I
see?
don't know what's wrong. Like, I
She
got
was-
COVID 3 weeks ago. I don't know why I'm like sick again.
oh, it's a little residue. It's the COVID
You
residue.
think so?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's COVID.
There's
This
a
one
COVID.
fucked me up.
Word?
I had
Damn.
COVID exactly a year ago.
Was it your
Right.
okay?
And then this time I was like fucked, and I didn't even think it would be COVID. And then my mom got sick, same exact symptoms. So my dad was sick first, and then a week later I got sick, and then my mom got sick, and she was the only one who was like, maybe I should test. I didn't even think it could be COVID,
Right.
and then she tested positive right away. And at that point I was already better, and I kept testing negative, but I'm like still sick, which is like
It's the
my
residue.
lungs and everything is so fucked up, and it's
Right.
been like 3 weeks now.
It's
I'm
the
like,
residue when it's cold. So definitely drink a shit ton of tea.
Yeah.
And if you're a person who coughs at the night, just put Vicks on your feet and then
Last
salt
night was
underneath.
so bad.
Yeah.
I kept waking up because I was coughing so hard.
Vicks on your feet and then socks
Okay.
on it.
I will. Thank you.
It's one of those weird ass remedies that actually just fucking does wonders.
Damn, I wanted to make a joke, but then Fokker got all serious and shit.
Okay, you can make a joke.
No, I was gonna say you out here putting me at risk. Don't put me at risk. Don't
I
put
was
me at
gonna
risk,
say,
Fokker.
does your viewership know that you're unvaccinated?
Wow, you put all my
exactly.
business out
No,
there.
no, so why'd you say don't put me at risk?
And Dante's probably gonna clip this part because he wants me to be.
I was
the
gonna
worst
say
part.
that before. If Dante wants to make a viral TikTok,
Like,
it should be us exposing that you're unvaccinated, and then we'll go viral.
I'm fucking.
Damn,
Oh,
Quran.
damn.
Good, take one for the team.
Nah, see the thing is nobody ever
See, the thing
listens.
is,
Nobody ever listens after 30. I mean, I don't care if I'm not. No, I'm not
That's
vaccinated because I'm
crazy.
inside. I told Fakra before y'all came that was my excuse to not do anything and not be outside with people.
You're the reason Omicron exists.
I'm not because I'm inside most of the time. Actually, they might be the reason Omicron exists because they be outside.
Vaccinated.
They're vaccinated. They did their civic duty to the world.
See, that's what they want you to tell. That's what they want you to think. The
Uh-huh.
U.S. government wants you to think. That
Okay,
getting
conspiracy.
It's
Nah, see-
Omicron.
Nah,
Instead
I
of
think
Omicron.
they're gonna have like the warning.
Omicron.
The CDC is gonna like. They've been doing that with podcasts. If you talk about like shit that happens to do with COVID and it's like wrong, like, they'll put like a label on your shit. Like,
Then maybe everyone.
we had that before.
We've had that before.
have we had that before?
I think we
Yeah.
had that
Oh.
before.
We've had that before.
Niggas ain't fuck with us.
See, look, they listening already. See, look, y'all better open your third eye.
Open your third eye.
Okay.
You want to talk about? I want to bring up your topic. About
Beyonce.
the Beyonce or the tolerance.
Oh, tolerance breaks and everything.
Yeah.
Tolerant break.
That was very random. That's a deep ass conversation.
I bet we don't have to get deep yet. All right, let's talk about Beyonce trying to get the bag from Dubai.
She
You know
got
what I'm
the bag
saying?
from
She
Dubai.
got the bag,
from Dubai.
and Twitter ain't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Not Twitter. That
Oh, that's your
Just
bag. Go off. That's you.
the alphabet community was not fucking with it.
That's you.
really.
No,
It was, wait, she got blowback.
she got she got blowback from the. Let me say it correctly. The LGBTQ plus community.
How you in that community? You be saying
Because
shit
y'all be
like that.
blowing minds. Sorry.
Why didn't they fuck with it? What happened?
Because she didn't sing any of her new songs from the album, which is a very big, dominant pride, like positive, supporting the LGBTQ plus community. She just sang no
The
songs from
Renaissance
that
album.
shit.
The Renaissance
Yeah.
album.
The newest one, she ain't sing no songs
You know, it's
from
very
that
like
album.
voguey and shit like that.
Do they think it's because she was in Dubai?
Yes, Dubai has a very strict laws on same-sex marriage, and they don't fuck with that shit at all. So not for nothing, the
Well,
LGBTQ plus is mad because
but-
she didn't take the initiative to like, you know what, stand up for rights and like be proud of what you just did and like, you know, like.
So they want Beyonce to go in a foreign country and first of all
And basically get
And
arrested.
first of all, they don't like.
They wanted her to not do it at all.
Yeah, they didn't want to do
They
it at
didn't
all.
want her to accept the bag
Oh,
at
Yeah.
all.
that too.
Because I don't think because it's kind of I
Yeah.
feel like it's a little insane for them to want Beyonce to like go to a foreign country and for them like you just want her to disobey like whatever they stand for.
No, not
Just
disobey. They're just like, if you really stood up for us and if you really were like,
Abandon her ideals for a paycheck and shit like that.
Yeah.
yeah.
But it's a job. She got
After-
paid to do a service.
But
She got
accepted-
$24 million.
But she accepted the job. Their
She
point was
accepted
like
the
she
job.
shouldn't have accepted the job that
Yeah,
goes
first
against things that
place.
she was morally like.
okay.
Especially
Yeah.
if you
Subject to.
really just made that album like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is like co-opting and like involved and referencing queer like
Mhm.
community and influences.
Cut that out.
And
Y'all
the
mad?
fact she didn't even perform one song off that album at all. In
She
Dubai.
performed all old songs.
All
like,
old songs.
All old songs.
Now the performance was fire. I
Yeah,
loved
her
it. That
vocals?
shit looked crazy. Her vocals still
Those
on
like
point.
2 clips.
Yeah, no, but that
Those
shit
2
looked
clips because they
crazy.
were
She had
still
blue over
recording.
there and shit.
Yeah, that's
Like
fire.
it was
That was
fire.
That looked mad fun.
It looked fun.
That was
I personally think
Mm-hmm.
bitches be going to Dubai for like fucking just to get their asses eaten. You know what I mean? Like for free. Like
Facts. She went
you
for the
know?
bag.
She went for
That's a nice bag.
yeah, exactly, a nice ass
I'm
bag.
not gonna hold you.
A very nice bag.
A very
so,
nice bag.
And it was her first performance in 5 years. She
Yeah.
hasn't performed in 5 years.
Really? Was
yeah.
it really?
Hasn't
I didn't
performed
know
in 5
that.
years.
Damn.
So her
I
first
think
perform-
I think it's like really easy to feel like I think expecting that these people like these like
High celebrities.
high celebrities are gonna give a shit about anything that has to do with
That
like
part.
human rights or values.
I mean,
is,
like they
like,
do,
saying a
but I
lot.
feel like they do, but it's to an extent of like the individuality compared to community. So I feel like they give back when they can, but when it comes to their own individualistic creativity, they're gonna have to do what they need to do for the sake of their own artistry.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like I'm pretty
morals and shit like that.
yeah.
Because some people won't, like, some people believe in certain things,
And they would
but
just stand
when it
down
comes to the
not to,
bag,
like-
then it's like, you
It's
gotta
hard.
pick. Some people are selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm not calling Beyonce selfish at all. You know what I'm saying?
she
you
definitely
can be
is.
selfish.
That much money she's made,
I mean,
but that's what I'm saying, right? Like that's what we're all. I feel like we're all saying the same thing.
yeah,
Like,
no, I would do the same.
she's
I would have done the
selfish.
same shit.
She's
Yeah.
selfish,
And nothing's
she
wrong with
doesn't give
doing
a fuck.
that.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine.
expecting that Beyonce would have been like, no, it's okay. The gays need me. Like,
Right.
But you never know because she's a big advocate, so like they would think that.
is she a
was-
big advocate?
She is an
Yeah.
advocate.
Yeah, I mean, she's an
I would
honorary
say
advocate.
straight up just advocate. The gays love her.
No, she's like on top. Like not on top. She's up there though.
Y'all looking at
Because
me.
the
I
I
don't
would say
know.
like Madonna, Beyonce. I don't know.
Yeah,
who
the
else?
gays be loving
Elton
Beyonce.
John? I don't know.
Elton
Who else,
John.
who else they love? Sam
Lady
Smith.
Gaga.
Sam Smith, Lady
They
Gaga.
love
I
them
hope
some
he
Sam
not just
Smith.
say random shit.
You just say anyone that's queer adjacent.
That's what I'm saying.
No, he
I hope
did us,
not just
did
say
us.
random shit.
But he got him spot on. I'm not gonna hold you.
I mean,
That's
just
not
because
wrong.
the gays love her, that don't mean that she
Is
had-
an advocate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I agree
well, not
with
like
you.
a big advocate.
Yeah.
But
So
I'm
she
trying to
stands.
say, could be
She
wrong,
stands.
too. We could be
Totally,
definitely
we
wrong.
could be wrong, and
Yeah.
maybe we didn't do our research.
Has she
Facts.
ever like stood up or said anything
That's
about
what I'm
like gay
saying.
rights?
She's not a person who
She never really says things about.
She doesn't
she
even say
doesn't
anything at all.
speak. Yeah, purposely so it doesn't like fuck up the reputation, image, or all the
image.
shit.
Yeah,
Which like
so she doesn't take political stands like
Oh.
that.
the
Yeah,
only
she's-
time she does is when it's a black political stance because she's a black fucking woman in America.
Yeah, she's very image conscious with like whatever PR.
Very
very
PC.
PC.
Wait, you know
Very
what I just
PC.
saw recently? I know this is kind of off topic,
Nah, you
but
good.
they said that Jay-Z is Beyonce's PR husband. Have you guys seen that?
No,
Production.
PR husband?
Jay-Z is
like her,
Beyonce's
like,
PR
like
husband?
that's like her, like politically correct, like husband. He's like her, like the
That
image.
makes sense though. I'm not gonna.
The
no, because
worldly
Beyonce
image.
be like, yeah, I
Yeah.
can see that.
I
can see
thought it
that.
was so
Not
funny.
even to like this on you, like yeah, I get it.
I feel like it would be the other way
I get
around
it.
because
on some Virgo
Jay-Z?
shit.
Jay-Z used to be like mad problematic.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
Jay-Z
no,
used to
I
be
think they both.
problematic.
That's the point. Like, I think they're like the
Oh, they're both each
industry.
other's
Yeah,
PR?
they're both each other's like industry relationship.
Like
I
I feel
see
like
what you're
Beyonce
saying.
helps Jay-Z out creatively with their music and everything, and then Jay-Z helps her out with like all the worldly shit and like how to manage talking to people in certain like rooms and whatnot.
I used to tell people Jay-Z was my uncle back in the day.
And they
I
probably
hate you.
believed you. Everyone in Goshen.
A few people.
I
Yeah,
hate
I'm
you
my
sure
middle
they
school
so much.
days.
I'm sure they did.
You know, Karan, me and Solange were reminiscing about middle school.
Oh, D.
That was a fun time. I had a lot of fun in middle
That was a
school.
very fun time.
We had a ton of fun in middle school.
Yeah.
All the dances, we used to. Like people used to follow. Like the whole school used to follow us. Like, cause we would go in a circle
Follow
and like
you guys.
we would get light like in front of the whole school, and like everybody would be clapping,
that.
and then we'd be like, "Nah, this is whack. We want to go on the other side. There's too many people crowding us."
He's really been thinking about these days. These were his glory days.
We was kind of popping. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's 'cause we were the honorary
I
black kids who
remember
knew how to
that,
dance.
bro.
You guys were the ones in the middle of the dance floor?
Yeah.
I remember there were always these like really cool girls. Soldier Boy came out at the time for dances, so there were always the cool girls, like the really sexy girls wearing sweatpants folded over. I think one of the girls' name was like Leilani too, so you knew she was that
Shout out to
bitch.
Leilani.
Yeah.
Shout out to
She was
Leilani.
that bitch. And they would be on the dance floor just doing the Soldier Boy, and I was like a fat brown girl just like watching them. Like, these bitches are so cool.
Oh,
We
man.
joined Spanish dancing club in middle school.
We made that shit
And,
pop. Yo.
and literally,
I think I dragged you with some of the classes, I think, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
I was like, what is this?
do y'all
Like, you were
remember
like-
that? Were you in Spanish
I was in
dancing?
Spanish
I dragged you to some
And
classes,
we
bro.
joined Spanish dancing club the year.
Not even for
Crank That
Spanish
came out.
dancing.
Yeah.
Y'all just joined for the teacher because she had big tits.
She was fine. I was literally telling my girl that the other day, like, yo, our middle school Spanish teacher,
Gosh.
she was Miss Ackard. Shout out Miss
That's her
Ackard.
Oh,
name.
Miss Acker.
She was fine.
She actually won Miss Ecuador, didn't she?
Damn.
And there was like a rumor back in the day
I
that
used
she
to
was a
know, I was
retired
thinking
porn
about
star. Like,
See, we were giving her, we were trying to be like, yo, she was Miss Ecuador, putting some respect
I
on
know,
her
and
name.
Karan's
because
like, she was a
Oh.
porn
she
star.
was not porn. She
Putting
was
her
sucking
shit out
dick
there.
Yes, I was
on-
gonna sucking dick on camera.
That's crazy. Don't talk about Miss
Definitely
Alcon
trying to
like
look
that.
at
Yo, facts. Alarcon.
Oh my
Accurate.
God.
Alarcon. Shout out Miss Alarcon, though.
Miss Alcon. Oh,
no,
Miss Acker.
I'm not even gonna put her first name. I even know her first name. That's how sick I am.
Oh,
Karan, you
you
remember that shit.
That
She got
ass.
pictures still. Got the yearbook. Got a heart over her.
That was a very good year for me.
Was it?
7th grade.
You're scaring me.
Relax. That was fun, man. I had fun. Damn,
Damn,
Parker, I
you
can't
guys-
even- I can't even reminisce on
No,
my
you can,
childhood.
you can.
Nah,
I mean,
because that was
it
really
took a
sad.
misogynist, scary take, but
It was really sad.
I'm sorry you was hating your middle school experience at Pine Bush.
I know.
Come on, I was like,
Or
you
Queen-
have hot
wherever
teachers.
you
You
was
don't
at.
understand.
That ass.
Uh-uh.
Well, anyways, shout out to Beyonce.
This is fun.
for
Oh
taking
yeah,
that.
Beyonce.
It's cool,
Oh, she's
man.
good, man. She got the bag.
She got the bag.
Should be- yeah.
They,
got the bag.
people expect too much.
They're still
like-
gonna buy
People-
the tickets to go to
People
her
expect
tour.
too much from these people.
Yeah.
Like, what do you expect from
But like,
them?
she still
From
gotta pay her
celebrities.
bills. Like, I know she's rich and shit, but like, she
I'm
still
pretty
gotta
sure she's
eat.
donating to some organization to help out.
Nah, she does
They
a
still
lot.
gonna buy the tickets too.
Exactly.
They still gonna buy her
Somebody,
tickets.
somebody, if
next
they
door.
not gonna buy it, somebody's gonna buy it.
No,
That
so
shit gonna
where
be
do we
sold the
buy
fuck
it,
out.
y'all?
Be mad motherfucking money.
Mhm.
Like, if Katy Perry went down and did that concert, would anyone have said anything?
Nope.
No one would have given a shit
won't
or
give a
said
shit
anything. But like, it's
about
Katy
Katy
Perry.
Perry.
Let's be real.
Nah, shoot.
What you mean by that?
Before Katy Perry was popping. Like Katy
was.
Perry had like.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where's Katy Perry now?
But she's goaded. You can't even say
Yeah,
that. Like,
she
you
don't even
can't
do shit.
She's goaded.
She is goaded in that community, in the white community. She's goaded as fuck.
She is good.
That's Upper East Side's finest.
Cause she making mad money. She making mad money off of fireworks. That's the new
Don't even
graduation
talk
song.
about
Ever
it.
I
since
think
R.
the gays
Kelly
love her
kinda
too.
fucked
Oh
that shit
no.
up.
Yeah.
Katy Perry's gays love.
I mean, we
Katy
still,
Perry.
me and my friends, we
Remember
be
no
listening
one
to
was
it
do
when we
a
need a pop moment in the
congratulations song
car.
from R. Kelly
Wait, there's
because
two people
of R.
talking-
Kelly. So now
Wait,
it's
wait,
fireworks
so-
by Katy Perry.
I'm sorry. We're having a conversation.
We're having-
I apologize. Y'all can talk. I apologize.
Sorry.
What?
We talking shit. We still talking about Katy Perry.
So are we, but we're talking about how we love her.
I was screaming.
We're like, that song, Bon Appetit, that needs to play at least once when Migos in the back. Hey, hey.
I don't know that song. I'm screaming.
You know that
do.
song. I saw
She
your
does.
face.
I don't know
that
that
song?
song. Bon appetit.
I'm about to find it.
Bon appetit. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, yeah,
I
exactly.
don't fucking know
So
that
you
one.
fucking that. You know
When did
that-
when did that
They
song
played
come
that on
out?
K104 24/7 back in the day.
She right here. She got 48 million.
I was
listeners.
talking about how she's making mad money from just streams off of Firework because ever since R. Kelly got to jail, like that's the new graduation song.
Is
Oh,
it really?
firework?
Yeah.
Well, she's got too many songs to even keep up
She
with.
got Migos on here.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
She performed
We have white listeners, like any white listeners.
We do. We have some white listeners.
I don't know. I feel like they don't really listen. I feel like they just be like, see the clips. I feel like they
Yo.
just watch the Instagram clips and like consider that listening to
Well,
the
no,
podcast.
there's 5,000 people who watch the Instagram clips, but we do have good followers.
We got some white people that listen.
But
to
who
the
like actually listen like a good amount?
You could see. I can show you the
Name me
breakdown.
3 people.
Do you think they know what you guys are talking
Magic.
about or what we're talking about on a constant?
out,
Like, do they
Magic.
think they get it?
Hi,
So-
Magic.
Some.
I think.
yeah.
I think some people know what
Well,
we're talking
yeah,
about
some.
sometimes.
But I think like New York white people be different. Like
Upstate New York white people.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck
Right?
yeah,
And
they're
then
racist.
it's like
I'm
Solange
sorry.
and I, like, we know, like, everyone in the boroughs. Even you. Like, Dante, I don't know if you ever lived in the city, but, like,
Child
white
call.
people in, like, the boroughs and shit, too. Like,
they're a little different.
they're a little different than
Yeah.
everyone upstate. Like I said, the first time I went upstate and saw those white people, I was like, holy shit.
It's
We're in
different.
fucking
It's like a
different
Tennessee,
world.
bitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a different
Tennessee.
world of
No,
state.
that shit is crazy.
Not Tennessee.
No, white people like in the city, they're more cultured because they're around like a more diverse.
fucking
Because they're the
culture, they're-
minorities there.
Yes, and they probably don't like that because they weren't at. Well, actually, that's
What?
a different story. Because
Unless they go to Long Island or Staten.
I was just putting my girl onto the slave the grave site they have in Manhattan where it was just for the slaves who died like building Manhattan because they used a lot of slave labor.
Oh, the American slave burial ground?
Yes. I know
Shout
we're
out
getting
them.
deep and stuff, but
Shout out.
yeah. Yeah, now you've been on your Malcolm X shit since you moved to Harlem.
I'm fucking
You've been hating white
screaming.
people.
Who?
Well, shout outs to the white listeners.
Since college. Me.
Oh yeah,
Since
Solange.
college.
It's funny. She hated white people. She had a whole white boyfriend. Make him
You
make
said
We ain't
what?
sense.
You
talking
had a
about
white
him.
boyfriend?
We ain't talking about him. He was trash. He's straight up trash,
Damn.
and it makes me really upset to go back on him.
No, we were
I
talking
get
about.
Sometimes you gotta make the decisions you gotta make, but I have never dated a white person in my life. I
She
cannot.
like, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You
but it
gotta do what
cannot
you gotta
be
do.
me.
You had a crush?
I
You
get
had a
it.
crush on one?
Of course.
When I was
Stop
in,
it.
I feel like when I was
Everybody
in
had a
Bush,
crush on.
I was indoctrinated, and I felt like I needed to have a crush on those white boys, but I never really liked those white boys.
I have a question.
They're scary as
I think
fuck.
I like them because of the toxic.
and I'm Muslim too, so it's like
I have a question. Did
Yeah.
you ever go through a identity crisis in high school, like around sophomore to junior year?
sophomore to junior year.
definitely
I feel like
was.
that's when I started to find myself. That's when I
Okay.
really
'Cause
was
that's
like,
when you met me.
yeah, we met each other around a good time. We met each other around a time where I finally was like, when I moved upstate, I was bullied mercilessly, and I was
Right.
like, I was so depressed and so sad and so squashed down, and it got to the point where I was like, none of these people know me. None of these people know who I really am. Like, I'm a funny ass, bubbly, loud person. I have so much to offer to everyone. I want to be friends with so many people, and I want to learn and be like a sponge. And I was just like such a miserable monster, just like so sad all the time. And then sophomore to junior year, I realized like none of these people know who the fuck I am. They don't know anything about me. Like they
Facts.
genuinely don't know a single thing about me. When I walk out the door, they don't even think about me. Like, why am I being the way that I am? And I remember like in junior year, everyone used to be like, "You're so funny. You're so funny. Like funny fucker. Like you're so funny." And I'm like, yeah, I've literally always been this funny. Like I moved upstate, and like I remember walking into class and like making like crazy jokes, and everyone looked at me like I was a fucking psycho. And it was like, that was when I realized, like, after that many years, I was like, I need to go back to who I used to be. And that's when I was like, this is who I am. And this is like, and that's when I like became really good friends with the other Pakistani girls in school who are currently still my best friends.
Shout out to your friend.
Shout out to Alina, shout out to Chiches, shout out to
Hey,
Ariba, shout
shout
out to my
out.
sister.
They all follow me
Um,
back, so shout outs to them.
Yeah,
screaming.
I'm glad. But yeah, that's when we finally like really like became like the people that we are, you know?
Okay.
And it's like being like, you know, having a different culture outside of like school and stuff, and like speaking your own language and et cetera, et cetera. I think like when I moved from Queens, like I was so ostracized because I was so deeply involved in it, especially in
Right.
Queens. Like I'm sure whoever's listening, they know that like there's so many South Asians there. And my best friends, when I moved upstate, they were so like, my best friend never told anyone she was like Pakistani. She was never like, oh yeah, like I'm Pakistani. I remember like she was so whitewashed.
I feel like the first thing they would get is like, yo, were your cousins like one of the first people to like bomb?
Yeah. I remember someone
That's
came up
really
to me
fucked
who
up.
was
That's
like
really
my
true. I'm
close
sorry. I know
friend.
it's Solange
just be saying.
No, but she's
I'm
right.
sorry.
No, she's right.
No,
She's
because
right.
like the
Right.
demographic back upstate is just really fucked up and really small-minded and closed.
She's
and back
right,
then,
she's
like, it
right.
was just really true.
A
I'm
close
sorry.
friend of mine, like someone I
really
called
fucked
my
up.
best friend, came up to me one day and she's like, "How do you feel that your uncle died?" I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about when Osama bin Laden died?" I was like, "Who the fuck are you talking to?" Yeah, we were in ninth grade, 10th grade or something. I was like, don't don't act that fucking stupid. Like, I know it's like cute to act dumb and shit, but like, don't stop it. Like,
Right.
stop.
There's
You know
just
that's not my uncle.
blatant ass racism. Like,
Yeah,
it's
it was
crazy.
stupid ass shit. It was so stupid.
That's
But
insane.
I had to like really like. I think, of course, like I'm sure you guys went through a lot too. But like, I think like,
Goshen wasn't awful, but they were just ignorant. If that makes
yeah,
any sense.
yeah. But it was just like Pine Bush was just like horrible towards everyone. I mean, I'm sure you guys
Yeah.
knew what everything was, and like,
Yeah.
if anyone from Pine Bush is probably listening, like, I don't know, like.
No, I don't think we got nobody from
I'm
Pine
screaming.
Yo, Quran loves
But-
to diminish.
Yo, but I'm not gonna hold you. That'd be really ironic to have someone from Pine Ridge.
I mean,
It
I hope
probably
they're
could
listening.
be, man.
We
Yo, it's a small
appreciate-
world. It's
Yeah.
a small world.
We
It's
appreciate
like-
the non-racist one person who's listening
Yeah,
from Pine Bush.
exactly.
You never know.
And not to say that I didn't meet some white people towards the end of my junior and senior
That are
year
cool
that
and
I
shit.
actually became really good friends with, but they were the ones who were like, who were still trying to build out of their bubble, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like trying to learn and all that shit.
I was talking
Yeah.
to my mom about like certain white people where like they mean well and stuff, but they
Yeah.
kind of have like that ignorance racism
Yes.
towards them.
Okay.
Yeah.
And because we was talking about somebody that we met in like at the supermarket one day, and he said like a comment, but like we know him, like, he's a family friend. And he
Yeah.
means well,
Yeah.
but the comment he made was like out of pocket
Yeah.
a little bit, and only I caught it. My mom didn't catch it, and I was like, "Ma, you know what he said was kind of out of pocket a little bit." It's like, "No, he's nice. Like he's not that." Like I was like, "Ma, I know he's not.
Yeah.
Like I know he's the homie. I get it."
That was a little out of pocket.
It was a little out of
get
pocket.
it.
They don't
They
get
don't
it
get it.
sometimes.
They don't get it.
And
Because it's just embedded in them, so it's just like normal to them.
And I think they're curious about a lot of things and they don't understand a lot, but they don't know how to go about asking questions or
Right.
like really doing their own research. And it's like, I think it's not evident to them until they come face to face with somebody who looks like all of us. You know what
Right.
I mean?
Yeah.
That's when it's like, then it's like an outpouring of all these questions. And it's like, bitch, Google is fucking free. Like,
is.
and I
Well,
mean that
yes.
with the,
Uttermost
Y-
respect.
yes,
That
exactly.
Google is fucking free.
But are you guys willing to like educate? Because that's a big part. 'Cause I
Okay.
feel like even a lot of times when, let's say, white people say something, like a lot of people tend to like just get angry and go off emotion over just like educating people.
Okay, like, well, back to middle school and high school. I'm sorry, but to answer that question, because I feel like I definitely wasn't one to educate back then. I was like, I'm just not.
You didn't think that was your job to?
It's
Not
not-
even like
it's
my
not,
job,
right? Like,
but
it's
like
not
I
our
feel like I
responsibility.
didn't
Yeah.
hang around people like that in Goshen who asked that many questions or made me feel uncomfortable being black. Like that was my thing. I was like, have you guys encountered a lot of racism in Goshen? Minus teachers, like just the kids.
Yeah. Anytime I've ever got in trouble in school, it was over some racist shit. Anytime.
Cause of kids.
Yeah, because the kids being racist. Literally, anytime I've ever got in school suspensions,
Time out.
suspended, it's been over some racist shit. Remember the Spanish dancing club shit?
No happening.
why, what happened?
We was waiting outside the Spanish dancing club, and one of the teachers like thought we were just fucking around in the hallway because we didn't have nowhere to be, and we were like, no, we're waiting for like a club, our teacher.
Yeah.
And
Yo, I remember that because you wasn't here for a
and
minute.
she wasn't there, and I was like, it's because
I
we're
remember
black,
this.
right? And then like the teacher was
I
like,
remember
I
you
am
screamed
offended.
that.
Like,
Yo,
I don't
you
remember
got
this.
it. Yo, I remember you said that, and I was like, Karan, why'd you have to fucking say that?
and the
It
teacher
didn't have to
got
escalate like
mad,
that
like,
real
mad,
quick.
mad. It was in front of mad
It's
kids.
that
She
white
was the
tear
one-
shit, right? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
a white woman's tears the
Yo.
moment they start crying, then
Yeah.
it's like game
Yeah.
fucking over, babe.
You would have
That's a
thought
fact.
I said the
That
most.
was
This was like
funny.
she like went off.
She
on
was
me.
I don't remember this.
startled.
Was I there?
She was just confused
you
because
was
she
there.
didn't see a teacher. Like that's the sad part. She was genuine, just like, yo, but she did have a tone. She did have an
No,
attitude.
but we
it was
told
just
her like, bro,
yo.
we're waiting for our teacher. But it was mainly like minorities,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
who was in
Because
this.
Spanish dancing
We
club
went
was
to-
all the people who
of
were just like,
course.
yeah.
Yeah.
We went to school during the time where it was still offensive to like be very, to take ownership of
you
your
are.
ethnic and religious or like outward like race and origin.
Pine Bush is different. I'm not gonna hold you.
Of course, Pine Bush is like hell on earth, honestly.
Hell on
Probably
earth.
worse than Goshen as far as
No.
like,
No,
way worse,
definitely,
I've
they
heard.
had all the hicks. Am I allowed to
Yeah.
say that word?
Oh, you said
Hicks.
Over
it.
here. Am I allowed to say that word?
There's just like I'm like, oh, you guys really think you're from the down south, huh?
Yeah.
And then I go on TikTok sometimes and I see they're like, everyone thinks New York is just the city. I'm like, bitch, it fucking is. And they're like, they fucking forget about like Buffalo and upstate and like what we believe in.
Buffalo hard though. I ain't gonna hold you. There's some hood
Oh
ass
yeah,
niggas
you went
in
to school
Buffalo.
there, right?
Nah, I ain't gonna.
Albany?
Nah, that was not talking about.
No, where'd you go to school? Syracuse?
No,
I can't
no,
remember.
that's my
well,
boy
he's
Henry.
an
Shout out to
honorary
Henry.
Syracuse.
Shout out to
person.
Henry. Shout out to
Oh,
Henry.
Shout out to
Henry.
Henry, yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
you
out
guys
to
are
Henry.
over there.
Shout out to Henry. But
I
what's
say went
my-
to Syracuse.
I did not go. I went to Newport's,
Screaming.
but
I didn't know that.
no one knows that.
I didn't know that either.
No one knows that. I hate
He's supposed to be
school.
my
I
Ron's
hate
learning
school.
so many new
Right.
things about Dante.
I was not. I didn't like school. Like
I'm
I
a
didn't
big
like-
advocate on school.
Really?
Yeah, I think it comes from like, yeah, my background for sure. I think Americans take school for granted.
Oh, we do.
But I think school is not accessible for a lot of people also.
That part.
So I totally understand. But I think like once you have something in your hand, nobody can take it away from you. Like even my dad, he came here and he went
No,
he went
that's
to
a fact.
school and I'm like, bitch, you can keep applying for jobs. Like you can, and he's worked some very good jobs in his life. And
Mhm.
I'm like, you can, and recently he like got a new job too that was very good. And I was like, you can keep going. Like you have this in your hand and like nobody can take it away from you.
That
Once you have that
diploma,
little bit of
right.
experience and like you have something to be like, no, I actually have this. Like I went there.
Yeah.
No one can take it
It
away
doesn't
from you.
That's a
matter
fact.
your
That's like,
age
and I
or
think like,
anything.
and I think like severely being undereducated is like it's a tool to diminish people's rights. And I
Mhm.
think like I said, from my background, like there's a lot of like Pakistani women who are like very like, who are not taught anything. My
Yeah.
grandmother, she was taken out of school because her brothers needed to go to school. So that woman is completely illiterate. And it's like she had 5 daughters at the age of 23 and her husband died and not a single person on the planet took care of her. And it was her who was like in Pakistan in like the 70s or whatever, just like being a tailor, you know what I mean? Like seamstress and like seaming people's clothes together because she didn't have enough education to get up and like go and work in like some other space
Yeah.
or opportunity. So I think like Americans don't realize how important school is. I think Americans are also very like, you know, like
That's
I can
true.
always end up doing something else.
Right.
But it's like in education is definitely, and I get it because you are in the similar boat where you believe like in the other aspect of me.
Yeah,
But
you
I
know
think
how,
like
But it's
like,
also
my
because like
stance on
American schools,
are
It's
inaccessible
not-
for sure.
and-
Yeah.
not even like inaccessible. Like the learning that we get even from like grade school up to high school, it's just like it's not true.
Yeah.
It's like it's not a good acceptable learning education system at all.
Yeah.
Like we're not really learning what we need to
Yeah,
be
that's my
learning.
thing. Like, why do you necessarily need to pay somebody to
College
to-
is different. I'm not gonna
to
hold you.
teach
but
you something when you can like? I know like everyone learns differently, but like you can be inquisitive and like learn different things without necessarily paying for schooling. Like you can get things in experience. You can like literally go out and do the research yourself. Especially nowadays where we have access to fucking everything.
You can
Like
get
I
free
can understand
classes and
maybe
free
in like the
courses.
90s or the 80s or
Just get
70s,
the
like
certificate.
we didn't have it. So Lawrence, are you having side conversations?
I'm talking to myself now.
Okay.
I'm straight up talking to
I'm
myself.
not saying no. I'm listening to you.
Oh,
Do you have thoughts, Ajay?
yeah.
It's okay if you guys disagree.
No, I don't disagree. I agree with a lot of you guys, and I've always been an opponent. I agree with that. You know, no one could take away that paper from you. I just didn't like just the structure of it.
Yeah, yeah.
The
it's
structure of
exhausting.
school I don't like, and the amount of hoops I have to jump over just to get to a class that I finally need in order to do what I want to do for my
Mhm.
life, it annoys me a lot. So that was my beef with it, and I
For
was a
sure.
very rebellious kid.
Yeah.
I don't like being told what to do. So being told, and I guess college was iffy because that was the first time no one told me what to do. So I could decide to wake up and go to this class if I really wanted
Mhm.
to. You know, my first year I realized I'm paying a lot of money for this. Like
Yeah.
I just got all Fs for my freshman
Yeah.
year. Like let me actually try hard
Yeah.
because this is sooner or later I have to pay this shit back. So
Yeah.
let me actually start paying for this.
Yeah.
Not
Actually taking
all
this
Fs the
serious.
first year.
I got D's and
I-
F's my first semester
Bro,
too.
I ain't do shit the first semester,
Yeah.
bro. Like it was bad. It was
Damn,
bad.
Because
yo.
high school was so easy that I was like, college is gonna be the
Yeah.
same exact way. And then I got all those
Exactly.
D's and F's, and I was like, holy fucking shit, I gotta do
Yeah.
something about this. You actually visited me one day when I like found out that I failed a sewing one, and then I got a D in like math. It was like a very
Oh,
specific
I think I
kind of
remember
math.
that day. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so intense.
Oh, shit.
I was just like, I'm gonna be fine. I've been cruising through
That's
high
what
school.
sucks about college too, because when you get to a class that you actually like and it's for your career,
Yeah.
and you like don't do well in that
Mess
class,
up
you be
on
feeling
it,
like a
yeah.
piece of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like I remember for me, and this is one of the reasons why I started hate college, and I changed my major. So I wanted to be a sports journalist, right?
Mhm.
So English was always my best subject. I could write a fuck out of an essay, right?
Mhm.
So
That's really
we
wrong.
took English 1 in our college, and he wanted us to write an essay to just see where we at, right? So I wrote about my favorite sports player at the time, which was Allen Iverson, and I always wrote about Allen Iverson like every English class I had in high school and shit.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is about to be a breeze, right?
Yeah.
Wrote the shit out that shit, bam, 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 hitting them, easy. Came back the next day, that shit was an F.
Yeah.
When I say that shit hurt my pride
Yeah.
and like my like confidence in what I wanted to do, I was like, I changed my major immediately, and I went to computer science because I was like, I'm not fit for this. I can't be a journalist. So that's the reason why I switched my major.
Do you regret that?
Yes, because it's funny because in the beginning of our relationship, Solange says I had this tendency to give up easily.
Yeah.
And that was that point in my life where I would give up easily.
Yeah.
Like when I'm so sure about something and then it slaps me in my face, I get ready to give up instantly. So a part of me does, because there was also proponents in my life where like I could have gone to college for track, and because I didn't push my mom about it because she didn't think I would do the schoolwork because I had to maintain a certain grade average to still be on a team and get a scholarship. And I knew I would do it, but I never pushed my mom. I just gave up. I was like, okay,
I
whatever.
was in
I'll go
similar
to
situations
2-year.
like that too.
So I sometimes regret it.
You said you never pushed your mom.
Yeah, but no,
Fuck
because
that
no,
shit.
because
No,
Not
sometimes
like
you
push
have
her,
to.
but, like-
Sometimes
yeah,
you have
can't
to.
Yeah.
I've been in
sometimes it
situations
was-
like that too. Have you been like where
Yeah,
you have
because
to
my
push
whole
your
entire
parent?
artist career, they'd be
Yeah.
like, "Yo, why do you
Yeah.
want to dance right now?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Don't fucking do this to me.
Yeah.
Take me to class right fucking now. Stop playing."
Exactly. Plus back then, like come out of high school, you couldn't like just go to a college and you can't sign the loans based off your name. You gotta get your parents to sign the loans.
Yeah, because you're not a legal guardian yet.
Yeah, you're fucking 17,
Yes.
18 years old.
Well, now they changed the law. We're 17.
Now they changed the law, but
Yeah.
back then,
I don't know. Yeah, that's not true. Because when I was 18, like I took all loans out myself. Like,
Oh, not for nothing.
I think there's a
yeah.
certain extent. Like I was only able to take them out for a certain extent.
that's
also.
what I'm saying.
And then my mom had to co-sign a lot of my loans and take them out under her name.
Yeah.
Mm,
I think he's talking about co-signing. Excuse me.
I don't know. I didn't go to no expensive schools. I don't know.
I have. Do you guys have debt? Student loan debt?
Hell no.
I am
I have.
so gratefully not in any debt. I don't know.
That's dope. I don't know how. Because you went to expensive schools.
Yeah,
so.
you went to Hunter and you stayed there in the dorms for 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah. I have
Probably-
debt from schooling. Honestly, that's it.
I
mean, from housing.
I got partial scholarship for dance, and then yeah. Luckily, I feel like my classes, when talking to my mom, they are about like 2G up to 12 credits, and then once you hit 12 credits, you could take as many credits as you want, and it'll stay at a limit of 2G.
Gosh.
Do you guys think you would be in a better position if you didn't graduate, as far as like paying the college back? Like, has that been a
I
burden
haven't
for
even
y'all?
started doing that.
You haven't started paying your school back?
Fuck
yet?
you, student loans.
That's a fact.
I'm
On the
screaming.
dead
shit.
homies. On the dead
Y'all,
homies.
y'all apply for the student loan?
On the dead
What?
homies.
Yeah. Did you?
Okay.
I haven't
Oh,
heard
yeah,
anything
homies,
back
though.
yet. Yeah, we got to. I'm not paying that shit back yet. Fuck you.
On the dead homies. Facts.
Really? That's interesting.
We'll get there when we get there, but I'm not doing that shit right now.
Get there where we get
I'm
there.
gonna go to Portugal. That's it.
I ain't gonna.
No,
hold
Have
you.
they
I'm not gonna
contacted
like-
me? You damn right.
Well,
They
I mean,
contacted me.
Yeah.
Has it,
I'll put my business out here. Y'all ain't gonna hear none of that shit.
Yeah,
We keep
'cause I ain't
talking.
gonna hold you because, like, I know in my household, my girl's mad stressed because she just had to come up with
Yeah, you
she
gotta
had-
come up with
she
a
had
payment plan.
A payment plan.
Yeah.
She just made her first payment plan. She's paying $450 a month, like for her school, and
Yeah,
she's
no,
just
no.
like
They're
so
trying to
bummed.
fuck you over.
Yeah.
They try to
But
fuck you
I
over with these
thought
student loans.
I thought it's still paused now because I thought Biden still paused that shit.
I thought I'm like, yo, you can't you
I
keep
swear he
deferring
paused
that?
that.
Like,
I swear he paused that until like August.
Yeah,
Nah.
mine's paused until August. She
Really?
might have to pay some other. Maybe there's private loans or something.
yeah, man, I think it's some
That's
shit like that.
bugging.
Yeah.
Private loans are the ones that fuck you
Yeah,
over.
it's private,
I
yeah.
took out private loans under my mom's name. I actually checked the interest last week, and I was like, "That's the one I gotta get on."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, nah. Mm-mm.
So
That's why I'm happy. That's the one
Oh,
thing I'm
so
so happy
grateful.
why. I didn't
But
go
at
to
this
school.
point, I'm like, it'll get there when it gets
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I'm like, I'll get
like,
to it when I get
honestly,
to it.
I was never stressed about loans. Like, it was
Me
like,
either.
eh.
It's kind
I'll
of just
get it,
there
but
because
I get
it
it.
made me feel
School-
better when all the other people in the country were talking about how they deal with the loans, and I'm like, I'll get there when I get there.
Yeah, because like, why am I stressing out about this? Like,
Because you
Yeah,
can't
that's
I'm
do
gonna pay for
because
it.
if you don't pay it back and the
Crazy.
interest builds, you can't do shit. Like,
That's the government's problem then.
I'm
it's
fucking
your problem. Yo, trust me, when you want to get an apartment or get a car,
You just
or
told me
like-
I would be able to get a great apartment.
oh,
Well, you just told me you had a really good.
I do
credit
have a
score.
really good credit score, 750.
hey, talking shit.
talk
Well,
about
if they
it.
was on top of your shit for your if your shit went into collections
I'd
for your
figure it out.
schooling,
My sister's about to be a lawyer. God, I'm just
Well,
fucking.
you got the connect. You're very privileged. You're privileged for a brown girl, fucker. No, I know you're beginning. I know where you come
You
from.
know where I come
playing,
from. You
I'm
know where
playing.
me and my siblings
You're very
all
humble.
come from.
Yes, I've been to your
I
house.
worked very hard.
I've been to your house many times.
Right, you better get in trouble. You better stop.
Yeah, I know, I'm just fucking with Fargo.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Solange,
I don't know,
Solange
man.
look like
An old woman? They're just not in my head.
Solange is
disappointed auntie.
Solange is
Disappointed
old as
auntie.
fuck. Solange be like complaining that it's too cold in here, and she'll like
With my little, you guys see me with my cardigan?
like yo,
This
she's
is the last
not
time you
doing
wanna
that to
go
be
see me?
cute. She's actually like
I'm fucking
cold.
freezing.
Like
Oh
she's
my
fucking 100
goodness.
years old,
Um,
but I'm old too.
facts. That's great conversation.
Oh, but that's great conversation.
That's all we talked about was Beyonce though. I don't know if I want to talk about.
Oh yeah,
something
shout out to
else.
Beyonce. Get your bag, girl.
I kind of want to talk about
Facts.
something else.
What else we got?
A whole bunch of shit.
We
but
could talk
I'm
about
really-
Dude. We could talk about Spotify. I was trying to get onto Spotify when we were talking about jobs and
Oh, the
getting
late
fired and
Spotify
shit.
layoffs and shit.
Yeah, but like that was back then. I don't want to talk about that
No, I
now.
don't
You don't want to
Spot-
talk about it
You
anymore?
know what? Yo, it's funny how they said the layoffs. Remember I said that like a month ago?
Mhm.
Didn't I tell you a month ago?
Yes,
I'm like, yo,
girl, you told us.
Spotify is in big fucking trouble because they actually when they
lawsuit.
first opened and
He
became
said
an
that.
well, I'm just explaining this to Fakra. When they first became an app, they gave artists a choice to either get paid very little per stream or take equity in the company. And a lot of artists chose to take equity and get paid a lower amount in streaming like
Yeah.
revenue.
Yeah.
So they found out that Spotify owed like almost $900 million in artists and like back revenue streams, and they were trying to hide the money and shit.
I love Spotify. Why'd they do that?
Because they're
'Cause they're
evil.
cheap.
Because any big corporation is evil, and they trying to fuck
So
over
true.
people.
Corporate America is just the devil's asshole.
Devil's
Capitalism.
asshole. I like that. That ass.
That's probably hot as hell.
The doubles up.
I gotta do my own sound bites and shit.
The layoffs are scary, though. I know, Solange, you said
Yeah.
you didn't want to talk about it, but
I
they're
did. I was
fucking
like, oh
scary.
yeah, but it's okay. It's
That
okay.
ass.
It just
Nah,
sucks.
y'all going
It does
down.
really suck.
It don't
It
suck.
really
Fuck
fucking
Spotify,
sucks.
man.
We're
saw
talking about
Spotify.
everyone holistically, but yeah, fuck
Yeah.
Spotify. Pay your fucking artists.
That ass.
Pay the soapbox.
Pay the soapbox.
Pay the
Definitely pay the
soapbox.
They ain't
soapbox.
paying the soapbox.
But pay the
Um,
soapbox.
Them niggas not even paying Lil Wayne. You think they gonna pay the soapbox? Like, what the fuck? Hell no.
Did you guys want to talk about the recent thing that happened last night or yesterday by chance?
The shooting.
You know I be in
Yeah.
my own world.
You heard about it with the cops that beat
The
up that young black man?
23-year-old who just
Oh,
passed,
that
who
wasn't a
was 10
shooting.
yards
No,
from
not
his.
shooting, but
Oh, she said shooting. I didn't hear about
I
it.
thought he got shot.
no, he didn't get
No,
shot.
it's like Solange
Nah.
don't even know what happened.
He didn't get shot. He
And I
died
thought it
from
was
the
like-
injuries. He died from the injuries.
And I thought there was like a group of 5, or is that something completely
no,
different?
that's the same thing. It's the same
Okay.
thing.
Yes, but he didn't get shot. He got beat to death.
Yeah, he
Oh,
got
yeah,
beat
I
to
saw the
death.
whole.
And he
shit.
died in the.
You watched the video?
I saw 20 minutes of the video.
I saw a tweet
I
where a
saw
woman was like,
5.
I was at dinner with my son and they just were playing the video on their TV, like
What?
casually in the restaurant.
Wow.
She was like, "What the actual fuck?" And like, she was a black woman, assuming
Right.
her son is a black boy.
Yeah.
Right.
Fucking traumatizing.
Wow.
People be posting trauma porn like it's nothing.
It is.
Mhm.
I feel like we got to see that shit. I don't know. Me personally, like I know everybody.
We
has
ain't gotta
different views.
see it. I don't want to
but-
see it no more.
Nah,
I'm fucking tired.
I don't know.
We
I feel
as
like
a
to really
collective-
really get angry, you have to see what they're actually doing.
I
like,
think it
As a
should,
to our
but you don't
people.
think
collective,
that
I
it
don't
should
want
be
to
in
see
kind
it
of
no
like a
more.
triggered, like you should be able to have like a trigger warning as to before
Are you
you go into it. Like sometimes I'd be like scrolling through Twitter and I'd be seeing the craziest stuff, and I
I
think
know.
that's what like Solange is saying.
I
too,
think
right?
now
like,
would
you need
Yeah,
to be
like,
able
it's
to like
like-
protect yourself. You can't just like unexpectedly.
And don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I get it because it needs to be exposed because
Of
people need to
course.
see it because people need to understand that this shit is actually fucking real. But it just really sucks when they're showing it to the wrong demographic.
Yeah.
Like you keep on doing this to terrorize us and scare us when it should be the real people who don't
Yeah.
like live underneath a fucking rock, who are watching the news that doesn't give a shit about us.
Yeah.
That should really be portraying what the fuck is going
But
down.
you can't have it all ways. Like
You
the
can't.
the only way you protect yourself is by not going on like the internet and not looking at it. Like
Right.
if y'all
You're not wrong.
that's what you do. Like if you choose to go on the internet, you have access to everything in the world. Like that's the cut. That's the price you pay. So I feel like yes. I mean I don't even believe like a small kid should be on the internet that's not filtered. Like me personally, if I was a parent, I wouldn't be letting my underage kids just search up anything on the internet.
Yeah.
But as far as just like tragedies like that, I feel like we have to like put those. We can't hide those images. We can't hide those videos. Like shit got to be there for the public to see what's actually going on.
Right.
And of course they made it quick, and they made it very
What's the
quick for the
gentleman's
public
name?
to
I
see.
forgot how
I'm
to.
trying to find it right now.
I forgot the
I'm
gentleman's
sorry.
name.
It's like Tyre. I don't want to butcher it. It's like Tyre, Tyre.
Yeah. Shout out to Sam that got fired because she would have been on it.
Shout out to Sam.
Dante was fired.
So for those who don't know, a young black man by the name of Tyre, if I said that correctly, was beat to death by 5 Memphis police. See, I didn't do my research on this, so I don't know what led for him to get stopped.
Very casual traffic stop. I kept on the video. They kept saying like, I don't want to get anything wrong, but I saw the whole video, and of course they started the video right when they like, they started the video right when like the cops were like had him out of the car already. So I don't know what happened before
Exactly,
that.
yeah,
But
that's
the
what I'm
cops
saying.
kept saying, "Yo, he high as hell. I know he probably high." Like they kept saying that over and over. And I feel like they were trying to say that because they knew like they had the body cams and they were probably
Yes.
trying to cover their ass. But
Yeah.
for some reason, I feel like he was like probably smoking in his car because the car was parked. It looked like it was in a parking lot or some
Okay.
shit. And probably
He said
smoking.
he was 10 yards away from his household.
He's probably near his house. Like it looked like he wasn't
Not
like on
10
the
yards,
street.
that's
It
not
looked
so
like he
bad,
was like
but, like,
parked.
close, yeah.
He was like parked somewhere, and like
Right.
the cops probably surrounded him. And yeah, it was a really sad video. I saw the whole thing, like, because it was super uncalled for, and he was really just scared. And like a lot of people online, oh, you took off, like anything could happen. You're resisting arrest, but before that even happened, like the kid was like,
Getting
yo, he was like,
suffocated
you're
and
hurting
shit.
me, like you're hurting me, like stop it, I can't breathe, like literally, like I'm nervous, I'm scared, like why are
Right.
you doing this? Like stop it. So like if like that's insane, like, and I think
Mhm.
people need to see that shit. Like people need to see what's going on. And yes, because all the officers were black, like they took very immediate action.
That's the next thing people are talking about. How
How
so
swiftly.
quick they were able to take action on the black cops, but then prior history with the white cops, whenever they
Took
get in
Derek
situations like
Chauvin
this.
6 years to get convicted.
So now
More than
that's the
that, maybe?
debate that everybody's having regarding this. I don't know what really talking about because I haven't really done that much research on it, but it's a very like
Touchy, sad. Here we
touchy,
go again.
sad.
You know,
Is anything ever gonna fucking change?
you know what's funny? I was having this talk with my girl the other day when this happened, and I let her hear the J. Cole song "High for Hours," and the last
Great
verse,
song.
the last verse he said I understand what power does to man, like corruption always gonna lead us to the same shit again. So he's pretty much saying like no matter like what race, what background, like it's just like a power thing. Like this was a group of black men, but they had power, and a lot of people just abuse power.
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? And it's more just like a power kind of thing. So is there any stopping that? Anytime somebody has power, who's to not abuse that? Like I don't know. That's
true. A lot of stuff happened in Memphis too.
Yeah, you know,
A
actually,
lot of this
you
shit's
know,
happening in Memphis.
You know, Memphis and like Mississippi area actually has the largest amount of black people in the country.
I believe that.
Because after slavery, a lot of slaves actually went towards like Mississippi, east of the Mississippi River. So they have actually the largest population of black people, as far as population wise, because New York has technically by numbers the most black people.
Right.
As far as just population wise, like there's a lot of like black mayors, black cops, like all of those cops were black.
Yeah.
And like you would think like, oh, like they're patrolling their own neighborhood, but it's a power kind of thing. It's
Mhm.
a power trip. So
That's a fact.
I don't know, man.
That's a slap of fact.
I don't know. If it was up to me, we would all just be living off the earth. And, like I really been on some like hippie shit lately, bro. Like on some like fuck money, fuck power, fuck attention, all this type of shit. Like I don't know, man.
You wouldn't wanna
Humans
live
are
off that.
fucked.
You
Like
wouldn't wanna
I've just
live
been
off
doing a lot. I've just been on some other shit, bro. Like this shit is so toxic. Humans are just so toxic. Like there's no escaping that, and like people just have to realize what reality is. Like
that. Mm-hmm.
humans are like a toxin. Like they don't do anything good for the earth, for this planet, for this
A
universe.
toxin.
Like yes, we have like intelligence, but we don't use that for like the good of everybody else. Like we use it for manipulation.
Facts.
We use it for like capital and like gain from the shit that like is not even real. You know what I'm saying? Like money is a made up thing. Like like the most important thing is resource, and like that's how it started. Like people taking over resource, obviously. But I don't know, man. I just advise everybody to just like get educated as far as like just do your research on like the past to know what's gonna happen in the present, because none of this shit is new. This shit's been happening since the dawn of time.
Right.
And I'm sorry if I'm rambling, and I'm that old uncle and shit. It's what I do in my free time. So
You gotta give gems to the people. I understand, bro.
Yeah,
I understand,
don't know,
bro.
man. Do your thing. No, that's horrible. It's like it makes me sick, but I feel like I have to watch shit like that so I know what's going on and what they're
You're
doing
not
out
wrong.
there.
It needs to be shown. It needs to be publicized. It is
But
traumatizing.
you can filter where it's being shown at.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think playing it at a restaurant.
It's
where
fucking
of families over there.
Applebee's.
Yeah, like
Happy, you sing Happy Birthday, whole
Yeah.
20-minute video, someone getting shot.
I mean,
Happy
Fucking
it
birthday.
was on CNN. They were playing it. I mean, they wasn't like, because like you have to remember, he was getting beat up. So like, it's not like he got shot, but it's definitely hard to watch.
Yo, facts.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
they show
That's a fact.
fights all the time. But,
That's a fact.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how to segue this, but is there anything else y'all want to talk about?
How long we been recording?
An hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm grumpy. I'm sorry.
That's how that
Did
didn't
you
remind me.
Oh yeah, no. Fokker and I had a.
Barely.
I'm
Okay, so y'all
screaming.
didn't eat. Okay.
And we got like mango sticky rice and like
Y'all ain't eat,
and
bro.
spring rolls, and he like barely ate any of it.
Mango
I've been
sticky
thinking about the mango
rice?
sticky rice for a minute. I'm actually
Oh
this is
my
some of the food
goodness.
Mango sticky rice at a Thai
That
restaurant.
sound
I'm gonna do that
fire,
next
bro.
time.
A Thai spot?
Yeah, I'm gonna get mango sticky
That
rice.
sounds
Is that like a
gross.
dessert? Is that
Yeah,
like
yeah,
an
it's like
appetizer?
a
Okay,
dessert.
okay.
Mm,
Mango
it's
sticky
really
rice.
good.
Fokker, you
Bro,
know I'm
left the
small.
food in the car.
Damn.
It's
Yeah,
cold,
she's a
so I think
small
it'll be
girl.
okay.
Well, I'm small, not her.
I'm talking about you.
I'm fucking screaming.
You're a small girl. You're a small little.
You hear this?
You've always been our small.
Was that
girl.
his nickname
I was
in
small
high school,
girl.
middle school?
From me? Yeah.
Small
girl.
Dante's probably gonna clip this part.
Yeah, you should. Small girl.
Small girl.
That's disrespectful, Fokker.
Wow.
Don't do that in my
I
house.
knew. I just like. I'm telling you, this morning when you were like, "You want to be on the podcast today?" I was like, "How is he
some
inviting me
bullshit.
back on the podcast?" Because I'm always coming at him.
You got
I'm
to.
always
Somebody
like
got
on
to
him.
him.
I'm always on him. I'm like,
Yes. Since the first day, not the first day.
yeah,
She was
no,
actually,
since the first day. Well, I was nice to you the first day we met.
she was a little. I feel like you were a little on the shy, like, cause I didn't talk to you the first like.
You were shy. You were
week.
very
I
quiet.
was very shy.
For everyone who needs background, we met each other when we were 16 years old in our junior year of high school. Yeah, and we went to a fashion design program together at like a separated high school thing. And
I was the only guy there.
he was the only guy there, and you were very quiet. You had very short hair. You were very skinny still. You wore like your band t-shirts and your skinny jeans.
They were making fun of me.
You're a
for
babe
wearing-
kinda-
Skateboard.
Yeah, he was on Bape
I
then.
was
He was a
wearing
Bape
Oh,
girl.
Bape and Ape.
Bape
Yup.
and Ape.
Look, now they getting sued. Look,
Well, I was nice to you when we first met.
like the first week you were mad nice, and then after like when you got comfortable, you were just mad mean to me, yo. Not mean,
That's
but
how
No,
it
I'm
works.
kind of a monster.
bully.
That
You're like
works.
bully.
I am a bully.
You gotta
I'm
be
a
mean to
bitch.
someone.
I think I be getting my bullying from Fokker too, because people say I bully people.
It's Taurus
I
on
think you're
Taurus
just a
combination.
bully.
It's a Taurus combination. You know?
Yeah.
He wasn't a sweetheart, but you did have a slick mouth. Like you were a sweetheart, but you had a slick mouth.
Yeah, that's so true.
And a lot of people also bullied you in high school because they always thought you
They
were
tried to
gay.
bully him.
Exactly. And you
Oh
were just
yeah,
very
I
comfortable
remember
in
that was like a big thing where they're like, "Is he gay? Is he gay?" And I was like, I truly don't think he's gay. I think he's just wearing skinny jeans,
household remake.
and he just likes fashion.
My jeans were
That's-
kind of tight though. But
This is
Yeah, hella
hella
tight.
I'm not
Hella
gonna.
tight.
Yo, I've been telling people.
In unison, you both.
Fokker, on God,
This shit was hella
on
tight.
Yo.
everything. I was the
Two
first
pinkies walking down the
person.
hallway.
I was the first. I don't know about the first person, but I was the first black male in upstate New York to wear colorful skinny.
He not
jeans.
lying.
Bro,
I put that on
the
everything.
colorful
I put that on
fucking
everything.
You
skinny
didn't put that on
jeans
everything.
with
I
the studded
swear.
belt.
That's quite
You're
a
not
big
lying.
No,
statement.
because my dad lived in L.A. and like
his dad is. You guys should check out his dad.
Fuck, are you serious? Like, what are you doing? Relax, you fucking hornball. Like, damn.
You guys need to check out his dad. I'll add his Instagram in the comments.
Whoa.
Anyway, yeah, his dad is a very fashionable, fashion forward creative. So Kron was on the ripped skinny jeans way before anybody else was.
Yeah.
I've seen the New Boys jerk way
Yeah.
before they even came out.
He knew about cause before bitches even knew what cause
They-
was.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Fokker for getting me my cause little
Snoopy
piece.
puzzle.
Snoopy
Oh,
puzzle.
that's cool.
Oh,
all I'm
that's
getting.
tough.
It's hard, yeah.
I like
Just
that.
saying.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Anyway,
But with that being said,
Why you gonna bring that shit up? Now you want to bring up all my worst moments? Like, what's wrong with you?
I've been in this whole reminiscing thing this whole day, bro. I'm sorry. I've just been like
You been thinking
reflecting
about
on
me?
shit.
it's kind of nice.
I always think about you.
Oh, I be thinking about just like old times we had, because like Dante and I spent a lot of time together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like to reminisce too, like about the old days. Like
The good
I
old
ain't
days.
like the old days. Like even though
Facts.
I'd be like we was popping, it was fun. Like
It was
I'd
not
be like,
fun.
yo, I'm so happy I'm not in that shit no more. Like
Facts.
I'd much rather be an adult and be where I'm at now. Like
It's really
Eh.
crazy because all three of you have known each other for so long.
Yeah.
Way too fucking
they
long.
were the first people I met when I moved to New York.
That's so wild.
Wow. Full circle moment. Look at us
It
now.
really
Full
is.
ass circle moment.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That is nuts. That is
I
crazy.
I know all
I
that.
feel like
Me either. Wow.
The first honorary black people in Goshen. Shout outs.
That ass.
no, well,
No,
dead
Nakeem
ass.
was there. Nakeem was first. Nakeem was in
Nakeem was first.
second grade.
That was the first person I met was Nakeem.
Yeah. Nakeem was in second grade.
Aw.
This concludes
You
episode
have
one.
the all button. You've been using all the sound buttons. You don't want to use the all
Yo,
button.
it's too far for me, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
don't know what's going on, Fagra. This is a long pod, so I think they just.
It's about to be 2
It's
hours.
gonna get edited.
He's like,
Edit it down
No,
all
it's
the
not.
way.
If you know Dante, it's not gonna
Why?
get edited
it gets edited.
because he's lazy.
Dante's the soul
I'm playing.
beating heart of this Operation Kron.
That's true. I'm just playing. He's not. Yeah, I mean, on the editing, you can be a little lazy sometimes on the editing, but you know, we all got our flaws. It's okay. I got my flaws.
How
All
about
kinds
you
of-
edit the next podcast? That's
no,
my
it would never
challenge
get
to you.
posted. It would never get posted. We wouldn't have an episode. It would be lost.
See, I don't know. Dante is the like techie.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Now
techie.
you got excuses.
I'm like more of a creative. He's more of like.
So
the
he
engineer.
also made the topics for today, and then he also did the engineering, and then he also did
I
the
can
editing.
Fucker, we talked about 2 of the topics. What are you talking about? I feel bad because we had mad notes and talked about 2 of the topics. But that's what I'm saying. I'm a creative. We just come up with shit off the head.
That's true.
We like Dante.
You know.
Nigga, I contribute.
This concludes episode 173 of the Soapbox. I want to thank Karan for being the creative. You know what I'm saying? Brainstorming all these stuff. We got a shot. Let me get applause for homeboy. Hold on.
Fucker keeps calling me girl.
Little girl.
I want to thank. I want to thank Fakra
That's
for
my girl.
coming on and kicking on the podcast. Thank you, Fakra.
Thanks for having me again, guys.
Of course.
You're so annoying, Fucker. I swear to
I
God.
love Fakra, bro. She welcome back anytime,
hater.
bro. Anytime, Fakra's welcome back. Thank you guys for the
Nah,
Apple,
she said she want
Spotify,
to do fucking
YouTube.
our merchant shit. We gon'
Oh, we definitely gonna talk.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
homies.
Dante's gonna hit me up now.
Yeah,
for
I'm
real.
gonna hit you
up.
Solange,
Dante
Dante, they're gonna hit me
Cause
up.
I want to do
definitely
no
do.
corny shit. That's why it's taking a minute.
Colin will not
Dante
be
just
the
want to do
middleman.
some bullshit.
What kind of stuff do you want to do? Send an
We'll-
interest,
we'll
a
talk.
Pinterest board. Okay.
Yeah.
A
This
Pinterest
is
board.
this is off camera.
Oh, camera shit. Yeah.
Thank you guys for Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that jazz, all that fun Gen Z social media shit that y'all do.
I want to thank Solange for being the lovely person she is. I'm happy she's in a better mood. She was a bundle of joy today.
Bundle of joy.
Yo, come on.
A
About
bundle
to
of
switch up
joy.
the whole mood. Let me stop.
I'm saying. Karan, you got
Shout out to
anything
you,
say?
Dante.
Thank you.
I mean, you be in the background. You be doing shit, but
I love being in the background. Fucking
Oh my
love it.
God.
Solange, got anything you want to say to the peoples?
Nope.
Fakra, got anything you want to say to the peoples?
No.
you want to shout out anything? You want to shout out your boo? What's his name?
Oh.
Send him this. He gonna
He
be
doesn't
hyped.
need a
He gonna be hyped.
Yeah, he's gonna be gas. He's like, you talk about me with your friends.
Yo, we talking shit.
Yeah, we are talking shit. We was talking shit all day.
Yeah.
We should have talked shit about him on the pod.
I'm screaming.
No, he really gonna get hyped.
That's
though.
love. Yeah. That's
Shout
how
out
you
to him,
love somebody. You be
Shout out
talking
to
about
you.
them.
I was on your
I'm
side.
on a podcast.
He is
podcast.
definitely on your side.
I was on your side.
He is
Hey,
on your
Get
side.
your
He's
woman
always
back.
been on your
Get
side.
your woman back. Grab her by the booty and be like, come here. Too much, my bad.
All right, we out.
Facts.
Sorry, Parker. Bye.
Oh my
Oh, shit.
god.